In the city of Doskvol, life is not easy. The poor are downtrodden, the rich are fat and corrupt. The gods are violent, cultists are scheming, and ghosts are everywhere. Life is tough for honest people, and some people are just one lost job, one stolen purse, one mucking away, before they turn away from honest work, pack tools under their clothes, find comrades, friends, and freaks, and become a blade in the dark. Today we are once more joining our friends. Nari as Nadia McTavish, Viper, the group's Slide. Centauri as Desmond Lane, better known as Deadman's Lane, the group's Whisper. Nexus as Justice McGregor, better known as Lil Mac, the group's Lurk. And finally, Soundscream as a veritable list of names, better known as Salt, the group's Spider. For once, I have the jobs right. And when last we left off, we were mid-heist. The group had infiltrated the Church of Ecstasy at a grand meeting. And things had maybe not gone to plan. Desmond relatively quickly found out that there's something here that's just waiting for someone to reach out, and it has noticed him. Salt struck a deal with the gentleman, who's also partaking in the activities here. Viper found out why you do not drink the Kool-Aid. Well, the drinks being served. And Lil Mac touched a bunch of people's butts. And other parts of them. Now, as we slowly emerge ourselves back into the world of Doskvol and into this particular cult meeting, I would like to draw everyone's attention to the crew sheet, specifically to the ongoing clocks, as those are important for what is currently happening. We'll quickly go over what they mean, also to the benefit of our dear listeners and all watchers. Currently, you're trying to identify an individual known as Loop, the second in command of the Wraiths, the guy who you're currently trying to blackmail, or well, you hope to blackmail. You need to first identify him, and then you need to gather blackmail material. We also have a clock for suspicion. Currently, no one is suspecting that anyone being here is not supposed to be here. And then we have a clock you have yet to identify. Although I imagine at the very least Desmond has an idea of what it might be. And finally, we have a clock that has been identified. A ritual will start shortly. Now, we will do as we did last time, with everyone getting the chance to do one action before the clocks advance. However, before we start actions, I will give everyone a bit of information about some things that has changed. As you recall last time, some of you had an interest in getting your hands on the guest list of this place, which would definitely be useful, as a lot of the people here are here in hiding or wearing masks. That would likely be very valuable, not just for your current mission, but also just in general. However, what made it a problem last time was that list was held outside the place, while you guys were inside. Much to your benefit now, however, it is assumed that all guests who will be attending have already gone in. The only people left outside are a few people to make sure that no one comes here who shouldn't. And I will say that, Mac, you actually managed to see one of the people from the outside as they re-enter the place, carrying this very guest list with them. You know that it is now inside.
Ooh.
Now, given that Salt ended up spending a bit of time doing other stuff last time, would everyone be okay if I let him have the first action? And then we'll go Salt, Desmond, Mac, Viper. Is that okay with everyone?
As long as he does something fun.
As a matter of fact, I'll leave it be up to you guys what order you want the actions to be done in. So if you want to do it in a different way, you're welcome to do so. I'll let it be up to you guys.
Doesn't matter to me.
All right, I don't exactly hear anyone fighting for the first activation. So, Salt, you have business with your dealings with this individual, and he did say that, he would help you find Loop. That was the deal you made with him, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
So, as we finish certain activities and we begin to leave the room, I will lovingly place a hand on his cheek and go, "Now, my love, you've had your fun. Now it's time for my payment."
Of course, as promised. Now do get dressed and make sure to affix that mask before we leave.
He just kind of bows his head at him and just nods to him.
Yeah. The guy takes the guy. He has a name. I believe I even sent it to you.
I have
You
his
never
name.
did. You never did add him to your friends, though.
I hadn't added him yet. I was going to wait until the heist was done to do so. His name's
Ah,
Andreas Longhollow.
fair enough. Fair enough. Was just checking if he was on your list, but that's fine. So, Andreas takes one more look at your mask, and if I recall, your mask was a bull.
Golden Bull, specifically.
So he takes one look at your mask and says, "That should be easy enough to find. If you wait in the main room or just anywhere, I will find you as soon as I found him. It might take me a bit to find him, but I promise I will."
Fair enough.
He doesn't exactly seem like the type who'd try and trick you, at least as far as you can tell. He seems very straightforward in his wants.
Mm-hmm. And then from there, I will make my way back into the main room, trying to make sure to. I'm going to circle the room so that it's easy for myself to be found.
Yeah. And I presume as you exit, you will spot the others as they were sort of at the end of that hall of confessional booths where you had entered at the other end. So, you'd see them as you're leaving.
So the only person I had seen before the event happened was Viper. So if I see her in
Yes.
her mask, I will walk over.
Yeah. You see her in her mask, yes. I believe, yeah, you guys have found Desmond as well, yes.
Yes.
Desmond was very worried for Viper.
Yeah. So you are welcome to interact as you see fit. You have now successfully found each other, although you do not know two of them yet.
Hello, my dear. Sorry for my excursion.
Well, look who has returned.
Who are your friends?
Also remember that Viper is still basically
Mhm.
high.
Yep.
Just a reminder.
Who are your friends?
Well, as you can see, I've made friends with a sheep and a snake.
Are they close and dear friends, or new acquaintances?
Well, you could say they have a interest in our little tattoo.
Ah. I lean down to Mike and go, "Looks like you have something on your mask. Let me get that for you." And I will mark his mask as well. And they go, "Oh,
Yep.
silly you! You have something there too." And I will do the same to Desmond.
All right.
Now, made a friend who claims to know who Loop is. He's acquiring his location for us, hopefully. What else have you found?
Right.
That you shouldn't drink anything.
No. Why?
because they've spiked all of the drinks here with electroplasm, and if you drink it, you'll get incredibly susceptible. And he points just casually at Viper.
Me.
Ah,
The point of this entire thing is to get everybody susceptible, and he's going to use quotation mark, air quotes, charged up. There's going to be a giant orgy, and something is going to feed on it.
Oh, not to cut you all short, but
I'd like to cut you short.
haha. I just saw the guy with the list. I am gonna go try and get that. Right?
oh,
I
brilliant.
refuse
Do
to
you need
speak
help?
shorter sentences.
I mean, feel free.
All right, I'll come with you.
You can
That's
do
when-
it.
Keep an eye on.
I'll keep an eye on Viper. Don't worry. And he's
Fair enough.
and that's his contribution to this turn.
We're still running on Salt. Basically, Salt, you get to go until you decide to roll for something.
Just do everything without rolling.
The story goes so far, but nothing's been done.
Have you? Who is it that we're after?
I'm gonna describe what I saw.
It would be one of the people wearing the staff mask. Basically, the staff seem to all be wearing masks of doves.
Yeah. I'm gonna note the build of the person.
Actually, let's let Mac has his action for the turn then.
Sure.
Mac, would you care to give me some form of role that you think would encapsulate that? I can see multiple roles that would fit what you're trying.
With my what?
I just said I can see multiple approaches that would fit what you're trying. So whichever one you think makes sense to you.
Yeah, sadly, I don't think any that I actually have points in. We're speaking about trying to convey how the person looked, right?
Yeah, basically trying to give a close enough description that even given how much is covered up, you guys will be able to pick them out. You could also just try and find them on your own and then point them out.
Well, if I saw the person come in, I don't think I would really have tried to lose view of him. But sure. I guess it's just gonna be a study, even though I don't have points in it. I can't argue for anything else.
All right, if that is the approach you're settled on. Would you like to do anything to get yourself a bonus die?
Yeah. I can only push myself, right? Or take
You
a
can
bargain.
push yourself, take a devil's bargain, and you can have someone help you.
Help, please.
I'll say that the ones who have to help will be the ones who were there as well, who could feasibly have seen him. So either Desmond or Viper. Given Salt was preoccupied, I don't see how he could possibly help.
So What would benefit Mac the most? A distraction?
Help just means that you're spending a single point of stress to give him a bonus dice.
Oh, that would cause trauma. I don't think I'm ready for that just yet.
Oh, you're that close.
So I'll put my hand on his shoulder and be like, all right, remember, Mac, you have a different angle of things than everybody else. So focus. Think of exactly what you saw that none of the rest of us would see. And I will help him. I will use one of my 2 helps.
Okay.
Does that work? I was like, I can. Well, no, I wasn't there, but if you'll
You
allow
recognize
that,
the problem.
yeah.
Sure. I'll allow it.
Right. I get a different angle of people's bulges.
So that means instead of rolling 2 and taking the worst, you're now rolling 1s.
Yeah. Is
Hold
it
on,
just risky?
give me a moment. Sorry about that.
Hmm?
It was the phone that was ringing. And luckily it was nothing important. So, you brought yourself from roll twice, take lows to just roll once.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything else to try and improve your chances? Oh, you asked for if it was risky. Trying to remember. I'd say it's risk. I'd still call it a risky roll. Yeah.
Good. Standard.
It would be a. It would be to standard effect. Yeah. Do you remember you can take a devil's bargain to try and get more dice?
Hmm. Is it worth it at this point? How
You
badly do
tell
we
me.
want this list sold?
It could be very valuable in a number of different ways.
People okay with the bargain?
That's your choice.
Mm-hmm. I still have plenty of stress, but
Keep in mind that I present the bargain. You're not forced to take it, but you have to ask for it before I present you anything.
yeah.
You can still, once you've heard it, go,
Sure.
that is not worth
Present.
it. Right?
Present yourself.
So, very simply, the Devil's Bargain will cause you to act on it as soon as you see it. Meaning that you are no longer in a risky, you are now taking a desperate role. What that means is that the consequences for failure are higher. But you will get your bonus dice. The role becomes desperate rather than risky.
I would be up for that. Desperate standard effect.
Desperate standard effect, yes.
1 bonus dice.
2 bonus dice. You're up to 2
So
dice.
2 because I
Yep.
need to remember how it works when I don't have points in it. Yep. I'm gonna do it.
Yep, go ahead. All right, a 4. Now, keep in mind that a 4 is still a success, but with a bit of a complication.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get to that now. You're
Okay.
looking through the room, and you see there's someone with a dove mask there, someone with a dove mask over there as well. There he is. The moment you see him, you point at him to make sure you don't lose him and that the others get to see him. However, in that very moment when you point, it's one of those moments where the crowd has thinned a little around you, so you're standing out quite a bit as you just point somewhere across the room. And you suddenly notice that a few people are looking at you.
Very thing Mac doesn't like.
So what is your reaction to that a bunch of people are looking at you?
Flustered and angry.
But you still just stand there pointing, or?
No, like he pulls his hand to himself and just, what you gawking at? Just, you can have me later, not now. Bye. Fuck off.
All right. So the penalty here is that the team has gained a point of suspicion. The suspicion clock has advanced. But you're still fine. You're still far from it being anything more than that.
I'm going to just whisper to him as we start to push our way through the crowd and kind of walk around. It's like, I'll get his attention. You get the list. And I'm going to walk up to the person that he pointed out.
Yes. The person was making his way through the big common room over towards the area with the big double doors. And there's a side door there that leads to sort of what you'd expect are like back rooms for preparations. It's where the servers are bringing the drinks from. And he's making his way that direction, basically.
I'll walk up to him and go, "Oh, excuse me, Mr. Dove. One of the other guests seemed to have been too excited about my visit, and I believe I need a new robe. How do I go about getting one of those?" With the intent of getting his full attention so that he can do his thievy stuff.
Yeah. Okay. The person turns to you and goes, "Oh, well, normally the robes."
Nobody wants to be sticky all night. Well, not. You know what I mean.
You mean not yet, I understand.
Yes.
Well, you are in a place amongst friends. If it's bad, you're welcome to simply discard the robe altogether. And he sort of looks towards the garden, as it appears some has already done.
Yes, well, I don't like to spoil the show, so to speak, before we get to the third act.
I see. Well, if you wait right there, he basically just points next to the crew door. I'll see to get you a new robe. You're fine with changing anywhere, correct? If not, you're always welcome to go back to the little rooms before the entrance. They're not used for tonight's festivities.
Of course.
Although, come to think of it, they might be used now.
Oh, well, I can always be flexible in the right situation. Really hoping that Mac has done something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like I'm just finding it hard to drop in and say something while you're doing all that.
Yep.
I will say that, Salt, I do need to see you roll something to distract him. Also, keep in mind that these robes don't exactly have pockets. He's carrying the list in his hands.
Ooh. Even better than I'll. How do I do that then? Trying to think if I can make it easy. I think as I'm talking to him, I'm going to be very handsy with him.
Hmm?
Right. So he's getting touched. I'm hand on the shoulder, hand on the elbow, things like that. If that makes sense.
Sort of trying to do the magician's pickpocket routine, kind of.
Yeah. Only I'm not the one doing the pickpocketing.
Yeah, of course.
I'm being the contact to distract from the thing.
And you know when you get touch sensations that are distracting you from what is actually happening.
Yeah.
Sure.
I
What would
think
you
it
say?
would be because again, I think I'm trying to specifically make sure I'm touching in specific places. I think I'm going to go with finesse.
Understandable. I will say that trying to steal it off the person as they're carrying, almost regardless of the approach, will be a desperate attempt.
Sure.
Result will be normal.
All right.
Are you doing anything for bonus dice? Does anyone want to aid you, perhaps?
I ain't spending stress on that. Give myself trauma for that.
Nah, I'll be fine. Now, after
Okay.
do I have to decide on a devil's bargain before or after?
Before. It's the same with spending stress for a bonus dice. It has to be done before the roll.
I think this is so important. I think I'll do a devil's bargain on it.
All
I
right.
mean,
You're
I
all...
can spend the stress to aid,
I've got.
but I don't know if I'm busy with the finesse stuff.
Yeah.
I'd say, given you're trying to act as the second hand, it makes sense that you'd be aiding. It will cost you a single point of stress to do so.
Sure.
Now, aid can be combined with a devil's bargain. So, do you still want the offer?
Yes.
Okay. So it can't get any more desperate than what you're currently doing, as you might expect. Let us see here. Yeah. I will say that what it's going to cost you to get the bonus dice is you have to spend one of your load. Because he's carrying something, and you're doing the whole replacement thing. So you're trying to put... As part of this, you'll have to put something else in his hands. What exactly it is, you're of course allowed to flavor it as whatever you like, but it's going to cost you one of your 3 loads for the night. That will get you a bonus dice.
So let me ask.
Since I'm the one doing the sleight of hand, can it be from my load?
I'm afraid not.
So I'll flash back, and in expectation of this, I would have made a fake list. In expectation that we may have to substitute. So I've got well, so let me ask this, because in my load I'd already had documents.
Yep.
No, that would have been my. So it would have been included in those documents as a fake list.
That can very much be it.
Yep. So that's what I'll do. All right. So he's helping me. So that's 1 die.
Yep.
And then the devil's bargain's a 2nd die.
Yes.
Correct.
So 2
right.
bonus dice.
So and my position is desperate.
Yes, it is still desperate because if he catches you in this, I mean, it's going to be hard to try and deny it cleanly.
Effect is standard.
Yes.
Bonus
Hey,
die.
does he get a bonus die if he gets a little bit of hawk too and spits on that thing?
No, he doesn't.
No.
Shut up. That would have been for my other role last session.
All right. A
Funnel his
6.
balls.
Perfect. So you do the whole routine, you touch him a bit there, touch him a bit here. At one point, you're asking about something, pointing off in a direction. As you turn to something else, you grab the paper from his hands. Um, you ask a few more things, then you take the replacement papers, drop them on the ground, go, "Oh, I'm sorry." Pick them
Yeah,
up, give them to him.
and as I lean over to pick it up, I hand the list off. I just hand it behind my back to Mac.
Yeah, essentially, and Mac is then able to sort of carry it off.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, I didn't give you the chance to pickpocket it, the Nexus. It's more to keep to the structure of how the turns are going.
No, it's fine. I was just aiding, and I do have documents in my loadout.
That's fair enough. Fair enough. But basically, it's a masterful routine. By the end of it, the guy's thoroughly convinced that you just wanted a new robe. You're a bit animated, likely a bit nervous because it's your first time here and everything. You're
And
babbling a
then I'm
little.
like, now that I think about it, I don't want to trouble you. I'm sorry. I've taken up too much of your time. I'll let you go about whatever it is you were doing. I apologize. Have a great evening.
That's perfectly understandable. Have a blessed evening. And with that, he just carries on, none the wiser. By the way, both of you who has rolled desperate, make sure to mark experience for those.
I did.
Right.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. You now have the list in your possession. I am very happy to give you a few things for that. First of all, you're getting a pip on Identify Loop, since you now have a list of names. And as you're looking over the list, you also see Time of Arrival. This would help you basically piece together when he could be here, because you have a rough idea of the masks that would have arrived after you, sort of allowing you to exclude those in your search. Also, this gives you a point of gather blackmail material. His name on the list alone is enough. So, we are moving over to Viper and Desmond. What are you guys doing?
Okay.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No. Just no.
Desmond's not her type.
Desmond doesn't have the voice Lil Mac does.
I said, what are you doing?
Nothing. No.
Not who.
Desmond's taking the time to visually scan for whatever's hunting him. He's doing this very manually at this point. And he's whispering to Viper and says, "Does anybody seem especially peculiar, like they're hunting for something? Use your drunken eyes and see if you can pick out something I can't." And he's not being mocking, he's just using his words. And so he's going to
I tried looking around before having the drink and no one really stood out, but
imagine you're not looking
Sure.
for someone. Okay? But something that's not supposed to be wearing robes. I'm going to roll
isn't that more
survey.
your specialty?
Just a little help, darling. Right now, focus.
Sorry, who wanted to roll survey?
I did.
You
And I'm
want to roll
asking her to like help me look.
Yep.
survey?
And I'm just saying, like, from her drunken perspective, can she see anybody that seems out of place in movement, behavior? Kind of looks like they're wearing robes a little too
Right.
off.
So
Like it's like G-Man wearing a skin suit kind of thing. He talks weird, you know? Like who seems a little not human.
So, to translate it into game terms, you're trying to identify the unknown clock.
Correct.
Okay.
And
And
really also
want-
trying to like visually identify like who's hunting Desmond. And he's going to try to play it off by trying not to look like he's just staring at the crowd. He's going to be like pretending to be talking and engaged with, quote unquote, Viper.
And Viper, are you willing to pay a point of stress to provide him a bonus dice?
What happens when you get max stress? Before I say yes or no.
You gain trauma.
You gain a trauma. Trauma is a permanent thing for your character.
That list next to stress and trauma, that list, you pick one, or you get one assigned.
Yeah, and once you have 4 trauma, you can no longer continue this work. You are broken.
Oh.
Well, it says here you can play your trauma conditions as much or as little as you like. They can totally transform your character's persona, only have a small impact. It's up to you. If you do play them strongly, though, allowing the trauma condition to complicate your character's life, you earn XP for it.
Yes, but there is a limit to how much trauma you can have. And to my understanding, trauma is not some... A little is good because it gives you more experience.
Character.
Too much is not good. See if
if you're on the final point, don't spend it on me. You can just roll
I am
that you're helping.
I need 2 more points to be full stress, but that's why I'm asking.
See, I'm at 1 point.
You only need 1 more. Okay.
1 more.
You know what? I'll take the point so you don't get max yet.
I was going to go for a devil's bargain if I had to.
But I can take 1 stress. That's fine.
Okay, so just looking through trauma, just to give you an idea. When a PC marks the last stress buck, they suffer a level of trauma. When you take trauma, circle one of the trauma conditions like cold, reckless, unstable, etc. They're all described.
Oh, I see that next paragraph. Right.
When you suffer trauma, you're taken out of actions. You're quote-unquote left for dead or otherwise dropped out of the current conflict, only to come back later, shaken and drained. When you return, you have 0 stress and your vice has been satisfied for the next downtime.
Gotcha.
Trauma conditions are permanent. Your character acquires the new personality quirk indicated by the condition and can earn EXP by using it to cause trouble. When you mark your 4th trauma condition, your character cannot continue as a daring scoundrel. You must retire them to a different life or send them to prison to take the fall for the crew's wanted level.
But I only need to mark 1 stress for this, yeah?
Yes,
I'll
1
just take the
stress.
Okay, then it's fine. Then I'll take it. I'll take the stress.
All right. And Desmond, were you interested in a devil's bargain?
We'll see what the result of this roll is, because I can take the devil's bargain afterwards.
You cannot.
I cannot.
No, if you want a devil's bargain, you have to ask for it before rolling.
That
is what we were meant to establish from the start, which we have failed to do. And
that's what it seems kind of different. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Not that desperate yet.
All right. Keep in mind that you're welcome to ask for it, listen to what the offer is, and then decline.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you're not consigning yourself to whatever I impose on you at that point. When you ask for a devil's bargain, I tell you, this is what I'm offering, this is what it's going to cost you. And then you say, I'm taking that or I'm not. It doesn't cost you anything to ask.
Okay. What would it entail if I wanted an extra dice via devil's bargain?
Taking the extra dice would advance the unknown clock by a single step. It would give you an extra dice, but it would advance the clock by a step.
The unknown clock?
Yes. The one you're currently trying to identify, you would advance it by a step.
I ain't taking that
bargain.
Get
the bonus dice.
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid that specifically.
All right.
I'd rather roll my survey with my stressed out friends dice. So.
All right.
Risky. Standard.
It would be risky, yes, and it would be standard effect.
Desmond. Buddy. Your luck.
Ow.
So, you're staring around the room. You're looking at all these many masks. Your friend next to you is, of course, they're also looking, but they're a bit under the effect. Now, what's happening now is not so much because of Desmond. As far as you're concerned, you don't find anything. However, Viper, you're seeing something. You know those big locked doors up by that room? As you're looking now, you get this sense of something pulling from there. Something warm and inviting that's calling you to it. And as you let your eyes linger on it for a moment, whatever it is seems aware that you're lingering.
Okay.
Because you see essentially sort of a misty tendril from through that door reach towards you. It doesn't seem hostile, it seems very careful. But it has noticed you. And the unknown clock has advanced again.
So just
However,
kind of. Oh.
you
Nope.
fail to
Sorry.
identify what it is.
So just kind of in almost a trance, just take a few slow steps towards it.
Let's say that, Desmond, given your expertise, you notice as she is taking the first step, you sort of look to her to see why you're walking. And you recognize the look on her face. You recognize that sort of distant stare. You're not sure if she meant to do it, but she has unwittingly attuned.
No. No, 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 no. Snap back to reality. Viper, don't go there. That's not your place. Viper.
As you
is that?
hear Desmond's voice, the tendril sort of seems to dissipate before your eyes. And as you focus back in, again, you're still disoriented and everything, but
Mm-hmm.
whatever you just saw, it was like it was something you were. You know that thing where you're not focusing on, like you're looking at one of those 3D images, and once you go a bit cross-eyed, you start seeing a thing. That was essentially what you experienced. But go ahead.
What was that?
You've reached the ghost field, girl. Normal people aren't supposed to see it. You saw the weird that's in the city.
Well, first time for everything, I guess.
Now stay with me, okay? He's like up here, like in his eyes, up here. Stay up here. And don't look at that door. It's aware we're looking for it. Let's just find these people and get out of here.
Yeah, I think we need to get out of here rather sooner than later.
Mm-hmm. This is what I've been feeling since we got here.
Well, it didn't necessarily feel bad.
That's what it wants you to feel. So you're drawn to it. If it's what I think it is, we are in great danger.
I think we should find the other two.
Yes.
Viper, you're still able to do a thing should you wish to. Everyone else has done, quote-unquote, a thing.
Kind of thinking there's not really much I can do here because we know where the other two are. They've done their thing. And I have a feeling that me trying to figure out what that last clock is would either be great and we know what it is, or it will mess up the entire heist, and I don't want to take that risk.
Are you saying you don't want to be daring?
You are drunk.
I'm saying I don't want to be stupid.
Okay, that's entirely up to you.
I'm just gonna go off with a random strength. No.
No, you don't. Back here. Don't make me kiss you, girl.
Why did I hear
So-
Abraham for a brief moment?
Don't make me kiss you, girl. You know you'll love it.
I'm not a dragon. Stop trying to get into my pants.
The something will be dragging here in a moment right across your... I mean, never stop right there.
Draken, Viper, you're scaly either way.
I mean, then he would have to go for Little Mac. He's wearing the snake mask.
True neutral is the way pathway to many abilities some would consider weird.
God.
So, are you going to simply skip your turn then?
I think so, because I really don't know what I would do right now.
You could try one of the things you came here to do, like try to identify Loop. You're still looking for him.
Yeah, how to do that though?
Socially? You have a social skill you could use?
I mean, I have both concert and sway.
I mean, like abilities, your specials.
I can tell when people are lying to me.
Well, then talk to people and see if they're telling you the truth or not.
Just
That's
starts wondering,
improvement.
is your name Bloop? No.
Do you
It's
like
you.
wearing masks when you're not
Just
here?
any
No.
random person, just, hi, I'm looking for Loop. Is that you by any chance?
No,
Just-
that man's lying. You know it.
Actually, you know what? That might be a thing that I'm going to do. Just literally just going like, hi, I'm looking for Loop. Is that you by any chance? Just still high out of my ass.
Loop? Sure.
No, you're being... And I'll try to play it off as if she's being loopy. It's like, so I said you're being loopy. Now she's asking for... But I will do that after I give him a chance to respond before he plays it off.
Yes. That sounds good.
Yeah, it's like he'll play off being exacerbated, like exasperated about the entire situation, and he's just like covering his face palming the entire time as he's pretending to be drug along in her drunken stupor.
Alright.
Then cover her afterwards with that line,
If need be.
if need be. The
Just
wild
give
cards
me-
are going to screw up this whole plan. Just watch, okay? The
Just give me
unlucky
a-
guy
High
and the
five, Sim.
drunk girl
High
are
five.
teamed up.
Give me a moment. I'm looking up a thing. Why doesn't it specify this?
I know.
Sorry, this is taking a bit of time. Okay. I'm going to have to look this up. Give me a moment.
Okay.
Hello, Governor.
Hey, Mr. Business, how do you do?
I'm sorry, this is taking a bit of time because this is apparently very obscure.
Well, I'm not trying to be obscure.
No, it's something I'm looking up right now. It's apparently a very obscure thing. Okay. It is apparently that straightforward. Fair enough. All right. Yeah, go right ahead. There was nothing I needed to add.
Okay.
It was a rule I thought was a bit weird, but it is as straightforward as it sounds. So currently you have the level 2 harm called drowsy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is giving you -1 dice.
Yeah.
Now, what I found is that it gives you -1 dice to anything where it would get in the way. So not to everything you do, but to everything where it would get in the way.
Okay. So here it might actually work in my favor.
More that it won't impair you, because a lot of the other people here are also affected. So, if they were to roll to resist you, they would also have -1 dice.
So we can just roll it normally.
Effectively, it will even out, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
However, if you try to roll anything against the staff, who are at least the sort of guards of this place who are not affected, who are keeping themselves sober to provide security, there it would apply.
Yeah. Well, currently it's just literally wandering up to someone, being like, "I'm looking for a loop. Is that you?" And then just saying, "Loop, loopy, loop."
Right? What approach are you taking for this?
I was thinking sway.
All right. I'll say, given what you've described, this will be a desperate position.
Okay. So desperate. Submit. Effect.
Are you doing anything for bonus dice before rolling?
No.
No? All right, go ahead and roll your 2 dice.
Is it a standard effect?
It would be standard effect, yes.
All right. And I don't have to do anything with bonus dice. Hey!
Right.
Woohoo!
So you basically just start asking around, asking for loop. And a lot of people just don't know who you're talking about, or just see that you're in good spirits and don't question it too much. However, someone does go, oh, loop, loop, loop. Oh, yes, I know who you're talking about. I believe he went into the garden. Yes,
Why,
I definitely saw
thank
him go
you.
there a bit ago.
Come on,
And
sheepy, we're going to the garden.
I've been a bad boy.
I'd like to inflict a level 4 harm for that.
On everybody who heard it.
Hey, check my message.
Oh, that's actually a good thing. Do you know what mask he was wearing?
Give me a moment. Okay, I see I've received a bunch of questions about rules, which I was not privy to.
My questions don't mean anything, except just pointing out something I didn't even know. So ignore me for now.
Okay, fair enough. No, it was more people than just you who had messaged, so just needed to catch up and see if there was any of it that needed addressing. All right. So, let's see here. What mask he was wearing?
Hmm?
I don't quite recall. It was a rodent of some kind, I think.
Well,
And that's all.
alright.
That's all you're getting. So,
I'm just gonna grab Desmond by the robe and start dragging him with me.
everyone in the group has had a chance to do something.
Mhm.
The time until the ritual starts has advanced.
This is gonna be fun.
And we will start off this round with something that none of you guys are doing. Salt.
Hmm.
You see a person in a stoat mask sort of looking around for a bit until they sort of make eye contact with you, and then they approach.
Hello, my love.
Hello. Now, I've asked around a little, asked a few of the staff. Of course, I don't exactly know where Loop is right now. What I can, however, tell you is that he has already imbibed some of tonight's drinks, so he is affected. And he typically likes to spend his sort of the preparation time in the garden. And as of tonight, he is wearing the mask of a squirrel. Is that useful to you?
Oh, that's. Let's say something. We're not going to do that. That'll do just fine, my dear. I do believe I need to go speak with him. I have a business arrangement with him.
That ended up giving you 2 advances to identify him. You now know exactly where he is. You now know exactly what mask he's wearing. Now you just need to go find the guy.
I'll look for the rest of the crew, and my intent is to find them and get them out into the garden looking for the squirrel.
All right. Right, we have a new round. Anyone who wants to is welcome to start doing a thing. You're welcome to take your turns in any order you wish. So who wished to go first?
So before we take turns, we're gonna get together,
Yep.
and all right. Couple things. We have the list. So we've got Loop's real name, and also much more than that. And I know he's out in the garden, dressed as a squirrel. Do we call it here, or do we put the icing on the cake, as it were? Desmond, you look a bit flustered. Are you all right?
Hmm? Oh, I'm just thinking about what's looking for us actively right now.
All right. Let's find the squirrel, deliver our demands, and vacate.
Squirrel, got it.
All right.
Oh, that
Yes,
tracks.
What's up, Desmond?
Hmm? Yes, Mac?
Like, what's up? Something seriously wrong with you. I saw you storming around looking all spooked.
We're being actively searched for by a supernatural entity that is using this orgy for its own purposes. I would like to get out of here as quickly as possible before it finds
Very
us.
welcoming tentacles.
We don't know that yet.
Fun times.
I've had enough new experiences for the evening. Let's find our person and let's leave.
Quickly.
Can I use a load?
Sure. What would you like to grab?
I'm gonna just use my load on Desmond.
Oh boy.
You've been waiting to say that.
Yes.
I thought you were
No.
legitimately picking out an item to use. I was like, ooh,
I am
wonderful.
picking out
What
an
would you-
item.
Yeah.
The Spirit Bane charm. And I'm gonna sneak it into his hand.
I don't need that.
If
Pulls
it
out
makes
his
you feel
demon.
better so you can actually do your job.
I've got this. And he holds out his demon bane charm. I'm fine.
Let's put it away, gentlemen. We're all working together here.
Now's not the time to compare tools.
Compare our loads.
Let's go find the squirrel. And I'm going to go out into the
Squirrel.
the garden and begin looking for the squirrel.
Is everybody in the garden naked? Was that implied in the previous conversation?
Not everyone,
much.
but the garden is being used for carnal activities.
Yay.
Quite openly so.
Yay!
Whereas
Normal.
whereas the rooms in the back are more for people who want more intimate and private stuff. This here is for people who has
Indulge in the
less
same vices as Viper. does.
Viper. I was going to say, Viper's at home right now and she's high. This is not a good place for
He
her.
recognizes several
Fuck.
she
Oh,
recognized.
I mean,
She's catalyzing several new moves.
I did say that a certain person would be here to probably, possibly mess with us. So, I mean,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So you've entered into the garden. You see a lot of activities going on. It's when tonight started, it was just like in the darkened corners. Now you see some people someone just sitting right on the old fountain, just everything out. Some people having fun with that idea. Things are going on everywhere. So what would you like to do, Salt?
I'm going to. Now, let me ask this: while they are enjoying themselves, they may not be wearing other things, but are they continuing to wear their masks?
Yes, the mask seems to not be removed here.
All right, I'm gonna be looking for the squirrel.
All right, what approach are you taking?
I think that would be
Finesse.
study or survey. Gonna be wreck. No,
You're just gonna wreck your way through them until you find the squirrel.
He's
I think-
wrecking. He's wrecking something.
I
Wreck
think
it,
it's gonna.
Ralph.
I think it's gonna be a survey.
Okay, survey. All right. Is anyone aiding? Are you pushing yourself? Are you perhaps seeking a bit of help?
I mean, I wouldn't be upset if the others were to help look around.
Sure, I'm gonna help.
Yeah.
Right. Keep in mind that it's going to cost you a point of stress to do so.
Mm-mm.
Yep,
Not
I'm
helping.
not
I'm
doing
good.
it.
Me and Viper are busy.
I'm good. I'm helping.
You are busy. Right.
Yep.
We will be revisiting that in a moment.
I mean, we are in the garden.
And
And in
since
Rome.
can you push yourself and do a devil's bargain, or is it one or the other?
Push
Oh,
yourself and
suck
Devil's
a bag of
Bargain is
dicks.
one or the
Not
other.
that bag.
I will also push myself on this.
Okay.
Because I'm with one of the things I would have learned in the couple times I've worked with him in the past. If Desmond's uneasy, you should be uneasy.
I'm not uneasy at all.
She's damn.
No,
I'm
you're
very
easy.
easy.
Yeah. All right, so
Watch the hands. Watch the hands, Viper.
I'll push it. So that's 2 stress, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I've got 1 dice from help, 1 dice from that.
Yes.
Is this controlled, desperate, risky?
This would be risky.
Okay. Effect,
Effect would be standard.
2 bonus die. That was worth pushing it then.
Indeed it was. All right, so you're looking around here. And eventually you spot someone in a squirrel mask. The robe is not taken off, it's more brushed aside, kinda. And they do seem busy. And you hear their partner in this activity making various noises. And among them you hear the name. Nathan. And as you're looking over the list, there's only one Nathan on this list.
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel Pippin.
There's only a single Nathan on this list, a Nathan Pike.
Close enough.
Yep.
I'm gonna in my hidden documents pouch that I've got under my robe. I'm gonna slide a letter out, and I'm gonna hand it to Mac. Hang on, there's a boy. Go place this where he can't miss it, and then come back and we'll leave. And I hand him a letter. It's in an
Right,
envelope and stuff.
And you're going to give him the warning right on the spot? Daring. Also, just to clarify, you have successfully identified Loop.
Yep. I'm not opposed to it. I don't mind being a bit daring.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Could we use this information we have now to find his locker?
You definitely could. You know who he is. You know when he entered, and now you likely know the name that he's known by here more commonly, which means that gathering information about him is going to be a lot easier.
Yeah, let's stay for another 5 rounds, guys.
Another 2 and you'll be happy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't have to do it my way. If you guys have a suggestion, by all means, speak up.
I don't mind what you're doing. I just think we should also try to take the opportunity to take his mask and have that be a thing he has to deal with.
You mean not the scroll mask, but his
mask from his locker.
Hmm.
Like, really let it sink in that we got close.
I mean, the fact that we walked up to him and handed him a letter also
We're
portrays
slipping it on him. We're not like handing it to him. It's like you've been served type thing. We're actually just slipping it.
Slipping it between his cheeks.
Yeah, like slightly like a credit card.
That's entirely up to Mac on where he puts it. I just said, hey,
Roll it
here's
up
a
and
letter.
dock
Go
it
give
into
it to
him.
him.
I mean, once you find his locker, you could also leave it where his mask was.
That is, yeah.
That's also good too.
I mean, if you want to speak up in character to present that, that's up to you.
If that's our man, why don't we just put it in his locker next to his mask?
That might be more subtle. Preserves our identities. Good thinking.
Preserves our identities, but it also kind of shows him that we got close. Not just to him, but his identity.
Gonna leave a note about how we heard and saw him in the garden.
No, the note there's good enough. It's simple, straightforward.
I'm gonna
It's a
send you a
handprint
message.
with the words "we know."
Ah, that poor lady. At least she's trying to make it sound like she's enjoying herself.
I dare Viper tell you if she's actually having fun or not.
She keeps grinding up against me. It's all
Viper? She does
Yeah.
that. Just spritz her with some water. She'll calm down.
Friction burns.
Ow.
How did you loosen your mustache? Friction.
Friction. You shaved off your mustache. I didn't shave it off. Well, how'd you lose it? Friction.
Ask your mother.
That's Ron Swanson being rescued from that one lady.
Oh yeah, that's.
I have to ask something, Blob.
Yeah, go ahead.
With technology in this setting, is like a small camera a thing? You know, just to take photos with,
No,
or is that okay?
camera is not a thing.
Okay.
Typically, if you want, like wanted posters are handmade by artists. You know, people who are good at recreating people. However, with that being said, would there be magical devices that allow you to, you know, capture someone's picture?
And so,
Absolutely.
Also in the size of a small digital camera.
No, this would be the whole,
Oh,
you know,
man.
you're putting up a whole thing, you're holding up a thing of gunpowder next to you, and you're just waiting for the fuse to go, so it does the
Right.
flash.
a giant burst of electroplasmic energy,
Right.
and you capture their soul. It's great.
Because otherwise, I was like, you know, those elastic things that women have for around their leg. Just have a little camera there, snap a picture of the squirrel fucking, and then.
Okay. So,
Please don't
anyways,
call it squirrel fucking.
we're moving
Yeah.
on.
By the
Wrapping
way,
up.
the English for those is garter belts.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that.
I didn't.
So,
Don't ask me why I knew that. Either way, that is solved. The rest of you still have an action for this time period.
So, how many nice naked people are around? You know, trained and stuff.
Quite a few.
Okay.
I mean, there are some here who are definitely, you know, who fall into the old bastard territory, but there are some people here who look well fit.
Any that aren't currently busy?
I mean, given that people here are not just busy one-on-one, yeah, I'd still say, yeah, you'd see a few who are, just watching or, waiting or
Mhm.
just taking a breather, but there's activity going on, and it doesn't seem that people are necessarily shy about just having one person to go at it with.
Fair enough.
I make
And the
sure to
other
keep a
th- the-
close eye on her condition.
I was about to say the other three are occupied, right? They don't pay attention to me. Oh well.
Occupado.
Is Desmond about to be in the chair?
No, Desmond's gonna keep her from wandering off. He's like, Piper, we need to go now.
I mean, Salt got to have some fun. We have time, right?
Desmond's gonna use his action to roll consort and say, darling, if you're a good girl, I have a surprise for you later.
Have little Max say that. See how it goes.
I've been looking for a shave. Mac would say.
Oh, dear Lord.
We're such little kids. Jesus Christ.
All it took was one slightly horny session.
Says
There's
the
an
GM
orgy
who
going
took
on.
us
Don't
to
give
a
me that
freaking
slight.
orgy.
So anyway, had fun.
But no, I'm going to try to distract her so she doesn't wander off.
I'll leave it between you guys. That is not something I'm going to call rolls for. If you want to roll for something between each other, you're welcome to.
Yeah.
I mean, you can
Put a
come
pin in that.
with.
I'll
We
not even
have to
count
leave
it as
before
your act.
the ritual starts.
just playfully tug at Desmond's robe, like you can join.
Okay, how much is she actually being a problem about, like, coming with him and away from this debauchery?
Not a lot.
Okay.
She is more like, hey, Salt had some fun. Like maybe I can squeeze in one.
It's like, this is not the place you want to be here very soon. Salthead time, we have none. Let's go.
Fine.
He was about to do something very drastic there. Let's just say.
But you're going to
Right
pay
by
for my
Handy
next
Dave.
visit.
You gonna visit? Well, I can't stop you on your off hours, but you don't want to be here when this stuff happens. I warned you. Let's get out of here. Okay, I guess he's not having to roll anything to get her convinced. to
No,
stop.
you don't have to roll anything.
No, between characters, I'm not enforcing you guys to roll anything. If you want to roll for it, you're welcome to.
No,
Don't
she's
know
not
what-
actually trying to be a problem here either. So, no.
So to be clear, are we wanting Mac to leave the letter with the guy now, or are we wanting to try to find the locker?
I think the locker.
Logger.
Okay.
Locker, because I would like more material. Though I do like the daringness of like slipping it in with his robe. It's like, oh, what the heck is this?
At the moment,
No.
your blackmail material is very flimsy. You found
Mhm.
him, but you don't have anything on him.
I mean, we can take his mask from the locker.
Yeah, and I could use that to find him easily later on.
Mm-hmm. See what other neat stuff he has in that locker.
What about the lady he's with? Who's she?
Nathan. He's actually Shirley.
Now, the lady is called Tala.
Tally?
She's
Tally.
just here. She's here cocking Nate.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah.
Onwards and upwards we go. Next turn. Don't know what to do to assist any of this.
You now have his actual name, which people here would likely know him by more so than Loop.
Right.
So you now can actually start asking people about
But-
Nathan.
But what Nexus just said is actually quite a good idea to also know. Who is she?
Yeah, that is also something you could start asking about.
Yeah, that I actually think that's a good idea, Nexus. Figuring out who she is as well.
Well, so help me out with this, because my confusion on this comes from
Yes.
you're like, oh, we need more blackmail material. It wasn't blackmail, just having his identity and making sure
Yeah.
he knows that we know who he is
Yeah.
should be enough, shouldn't it? And that was the intent.
Right, but I'm also
Mhm.
tracking a blackmail clock that the GM set up, so I'm actually trying to take that for what it is.
Right.
Yeah. Essentially,
The more we
identify
can gather
identi-
right now is the better.
Let's Doc explain.
identify him gives you essentially a weak bit of blackmail. In that, yes, you can threaten to reveal who he is, but that's all you can do. Gather blackmail material is a rough estimate of how much you currently have that you can leverage against him.
It's like, oh, if he starts acting up, it's like, oh, what we know about your smuggling business on the side was so and so that you try to keep under wraps. That's
Yeah.
more blackmail material that we can leverage against him.
Taking his
So-
mask.
So essentially, the gather blackmail material is a rough estimate of how effective is it going to be when you reveal to him that we saw you there, we know your name, and we know this.
How about this? Well,
If you manage to gather enough blackmail material, you could scare him out of the city entirely.
okay. I'm going to infer something and try to plant an idea inside of Nari's mind real quick.
Oh boy.
This whole mask thing is really kind of a shtick. You know, it's got the mystery for draw on the newbies and get them convinced. But after you've been here for a while, you kind of know each other and recognize each other. And that's why it wasn't so hard for that Stoat to ask around and find out who Loop is, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. She knows him by his first name. While Mac is going to do plant the letter and search through his locker, maybe rifle through his pockets to see if he's got any more stuff on him. Letters, pieces of note, something that might identify a relationship with somebody else. Viper could use her drunken behavior to act however she feels and just ask around, like, who works with Luke? Who works with Nathan? Why is he here? What's his connections? And try to infer relationships and connections to other people. That way we can build upon our information store. In these last couple rounds before the ritual ends our time here. Just a thought.
Yeah, but wouldn't that immediately gather more suspicion, though?
Suspicion being filled just changes the clock to being looked for, not being known.
Yeah, suspicion is the
Okay.
first. It's the first level of they now know something is up. Someone is not here to just partake.
Okay.
And
We haven't activated
that will
one
only
star
fi-
yet.
Yeah, that will only you only get points in it whenever you actually fail rolls or roll success with consequences. That is when people start noticing you guys are behaving weird. At the moment, 2 out of 6, you guys are flying under the radar.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That way we maximize our actions here. And I can keep her in check while she's doing this and try to I'm just trying to keep watch her. I'm not trying to assist her rolls. I have no stress to spend on this unless really desperation strikes, but I'm
I
just
can
trying to
aid.
keep her. Well, you got to go plant the thing and rifle through his pockets. You're not trying to rifle through her pockets. Yeah, she seems down. Just wait it out.
Sound bad.
Down bad for little Mac. All right.
And hey, when the ritual starts, that just means
So,
that
Nari?
something else happens. It's not necessarily an end of heist timer.
I know. I'm just wanting to speed up things.
I know. I'm just pointing out that don't see it as a hard timeline.
Oh, no. Ritual start doesn't mean ritual climax. I know.
Yeah.
Emphasis on climax. Anyways. Does that sound like a plan? Try to gather more information on this guy so we can like leverage more things against him if he tries to buck up against our authority.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Sounds good.
And I don't know what Salt's going to do. He could try working an angle, trying to do the same thing, but through a stoat guy. Maybe. I don't know. That's my idea, since you asked. Mr. Scream.
I'll decide what I'm doing in a little bit.
Okay. I just didn't know if it was an agreeable plan.
Mr. Scream Sound.
Mr. Scream Sound. Okay.
Mr. Squeamy.
So I'm really,
That's
I'm really
his
just kind
name
of
here.
holding my turn to figure out what Viper's doing because I'm really kind of going with her to keep her out of trouble.
Or be trouble.
There will be trouble.
Make it double.
Mm-mm.
So, Lil Mac is gonna go to the lockers? Am I getting that right?
Whoever wants to take their turn can do so. If no one takes it, I'm calling on someone. Desmond, what are you doing? All right, Viper, what are you doing?
I actually was about to say something as I was formed a thought.
Go ahead.
He's got consort, so he might as well slip in with the crowd if I'm going to be put on the spot and just try to figure out. He's in the garden, though. Consorting in the garden usually requires an effort.
Of sorts.
You
So
can always go somewhere else.
it's true. I'll leave the garden, but I'm making sure Viper goes with me.
No.
Okay, then I'm staying with Viper. She's point one. If you're asking me to do something, I got something I could do, but my first thing is sticking with Viper so she doesn't get in trouble.
Okay.
Viper, what are you doing?
Alright. So, we'd like to see if we can get some more info on the deer squirrel over there, right?
Nathan Loopy.
Mm-hmm. So, I think that Viper would just casually walk through the garden a little bit towards where Loop is busy to a group that is currently not yet busy.
A group that is not yet busy, okay?
Yeah, sure. Just like 3 or 4 people. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
And then just kind of start a conversation of like, Squirrel's looking good over there. Has he been here before? It's my first time.
Right, so basically just trying to get a bit of gossip is what I'm gathering.
Yep. Gathering as much on him as a part of this cult as possible. And then if, while that conversation is going, they start to get naked or something, I'm just gonna join in. When in Rome. So,
All right.
yeah.
Darling, you
If
promised
that would help
me.
my case, then that is what I would be doing.
She's trying to.
Alrighty then. What approach are you taking for this?
I mean, I want to say consort, but that is basically just for the word and not for what it is.
I mean, consort is what I would call this, yes?
Yeah, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna
Those
message
voices,
something.
Centauri.
I'm going to message something to you, Doc. I need you to understand exactly what I'm doing, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm gonna be rolling a consort. What's? Oh, I don't want to
Yeah.
say the word it says there. Position. Am I?
Okay, I hadn't considered the existence of Bad Dragon, but yes. Wait, what did you just write to me?
That he
Ah.
really likes to have a Fade to Black moment with Lil Mac.
Doesn't.
I mean, you've seen how Viper reacted to his voice after taking a drink.
Oh no.
But no,
But no.
you are the worst kind of good, 'cause you're not even great. A squirrel that reeks of false righteousness, that's what I hate.
So the lady he's laying with is the noble wife of someone, and Loop is gonna get murdered if they find out.
I mean, yeah. Also, the tactic I'm using right now is there are other ways of persuasion.
Yep.
Just tell me when to roll.
I mean, I still need to know what my things are for the roll.
I'm leaving it up to you depending on how you think the situation goes. If I see the roll, I know what it means. Okay?
Okay.
And you were welcome to interrupt me at any time to just roll.
Thank you.
Like the moment I see the roll, I am adapting
Okay.
it to that very moment in narration.
And he'll try to do it subtly as far as the preceding action to that whole, so nobody sees him doing that part before.
Oh, that part.
Understood.
Mhm.
That is easy enough. People here are plenty distracted.
Gotcha. Figured.
All right, Viper, you asked for position.
Yes.
I'd say the position here it's risky given that he is in the garden and could overhear.
Yep. I mean, I'm kind of just trying to make it sound like I'm interested, you know? But yeah.
Effect would be standard.
Okay.
And again, if you want to boost it with anything, do so before rolling. This would
Nope.
also be when you ask for a devil's bargain should you wish it.
Nope.
And I'll say I do have a quite interesting devil's bargain for you.
I mean, I'm willing to listen to it at the very least.
Okay. The devil's bargain will increase the position to desperate. However, it will not only give you a bonus dice, it will also increase the effect. Give me just a moment.
Uh-huh.
So it will be a great effect. Now, what that means is that you're not going to just a random group.
Okay.
I mean, Loop is right there.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, in the throes, someone's probably not, pillow talk is a thing.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna say, Doc, that was my first idea, and then it was like, yeah, they're never gonna let me do that.
Hang on a second. Do you say this to Desmond?
What do I say to Desmond?
This
I
idea?
leave that up to you if you say any of this. I'm just pointing out that this is the devil's bargain I'm offering you. It will give you a bonus dice. It will give you greater effect, but it will make it desperate because you are literally talking to the guy.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
You're going to mention it to Desmond?
Nope.
Just
So
walks
as
off.
no,
Because the thing is, I already was like, we have time for one, right? And then you were very much like, no. So of course I'm not gonna tell you this.
so as you like, he's watching you. He's trying to pay. Like his first goal is to keep you from getting distracted. So he's gonna grab you like, "What are you doing? And,
Trust me.
what are you doing?"
Just one quickie.
Uh huh. So it would become desperate,
It would become
but it
desperate.
would be great.
It would be great. Yes.
I'm
Okay.
sure it would be great.
Uh-huh.
So, oh no.
But what was the bonus dice thing going on here then?
You got a bonus dice for it, yes.
So 1 bonus dice. Okay.
However-
Do I let it happen?
Do it.
You,
Let it happen.
Let it happen.
you need to decide that now.
I know.
I'm going to click now.
Fuck.
All right.
That's a 5 at the very least.
Uh-huh.
I will
That's
I will
okay.
say that the agreement I made with you, Desmond, still holds. You're welcome to interrupt at any point. Now you just know what it is you're interrupting. So,
No,
Viper.
no, I am interrupting. You know what I'm doing?
Aw.
No, stop. You know what I'm doing?
I know what you're doing. Go ahead and roll.
Taking
No, no,
her.
no, 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 no. I'm messaging you the change.
Okay, you're changing what you're doing. Okay. Give me that roll. I want to see that roll.
I want that, right? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
See what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. Yes, give me that roll.
Okay, so he sees what's going on. She's angling for the target.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so practicality comes into play, and he's like, "No, wait, quick." He lifts up your mask just a little bit with one deft motion, takes a vial of electroplasm out from underneath his robe, and smears your lips with it. The tingling electric sensation just lights up your lips. He's yours now. Get him.
Ooh.
I still need to see the attune roll as we agreed upon.
Okay.
All
Nice.
right. So
Nice.
you're smearing this on, and you know there is actual magic. This is just a conduit for it. So I imagine you're maybe saying a few words, or imposing your will in some way.
He's saying some words of well, he's heard some things in his life from his mother that may or may not have been appropriate for young ears, and so words shared between friends, her mother talking to her friends, words shared between friends about maybe fertility and sex and things like that, and some passing obscure phrases from ritual or something like that, and a fragment of it comes to his mind, and he just spits out one small phrase related to
Uh-huh.
that.
So
However you want to
Now-
infer that as a GM.
So you spread the ectoplasm over Viper's lips. Viper, you feel that electric sensation in your lips, followed by a warm, soothing sensation. Sort of
Mhm.
how you're feeling after that drink, just a lot more intense and focused, right?
Uh-huh.
And Desmond, you see that as you apply this ectoplasm, ectoplasm is normally this sort of goopy white stuff that looks a bit uncomfortable, right?
Mhm.
As you apply it and you speak the words, you see it sort of absorbs into her lips. You see blood sort of come flush to them, and they take on a very nice looking red color, becoming a bit more plump than they were before.
Gave her magical lip filler.
I gave her some
Yes.
DSLs, and she's going to have this man. He's going to be talking
this
the
is
entire
amazing.
time.
So I'm going to say that this spell will give you some bonuses on top of what you already rolled, Viper.
Okay.
This will add additional effect to it. So you walk over to this couple, right? This
Mhm.
to Loop and this woman.
I am dropping my robe as I go.
All right.
Nice ass.
She knows.
But
And
he's still going to say it.
and as you're dropping the robe, you see Loop doing his business. He sort of just stops mid business.
Ouch for the lady.
I know she's staring at you too.
Oh, that's great. I'm into it.
So go ahead and describe, what are you saying to them? You have both of their undivided attention.
Mind if I join you?
You see he's just staring at you, and the woman goes, "Oh, by all means." I'm not going to describe the actions, but
Good.
yeah, you managed to
Just
kiss
say
him
that the
just
word
fine.
pelvic would be used a lot in the description.
You know, when they talk about smokers, they always talk on this thing called oral fixation.
So
I have to ask one thing here, though.
You're
Yeah.
pregnant.
No. Do people actually take off their mask at all here, or lift it, or anything?
not out here. There are private rooms for that.
Okay.
But hey, what if you
But-
want to snog?
As
Yeah,
soon
exactly.
as-
That's why I asked, because otherwise she would definitely at one point try and lift his mask, and
if I
And
may,
throws a passion. Hey,
as soon as you've kissed him, you get this sort of connected sensation, and you see that you had to lift his mask a little bit to access the mouth, and you see his mouth has gone a bit slack-jawed for a moment. You can see smears of red on his lips. You don't remember wearing lipstick today?
I mean, there
What?
was gloss, but that didn't have a color.
And sort of while you're staring at that, sort of taking that in, also because you're under the effect of the drink, another pair of lips is placed on yours, and you get the same sort of connected feeling.
Yeah.
Both of them have been affected, is what I'm telling you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. So she's making out with there's three of them.
Yes, there's three of them.
I am also part of the three of them, but yes.
There's a whole, like, if he could, like, without the mask, like, reach up and just, like, pinch his, like, the bridge of his nose and go, fuck.
So, Viper, you get this. You don't know why, but you get this sense of superiority over them all of a sudden.
Oh.
They both just stopped what they're doing and are looking at you, waiting.
What spell did I cast on her?
Yeah, what the fuck did you cast?
You should be
Dominate
worried that even
person.
Desmond doesn't know what he just did.
This is beautiful.
So you wanted their mask off, and you know that that's not something you do here in the garden, but you know there are private rooms. You know Salt went to one.
I would probably try and convince. I don't think I have to convince them in this case, but lead them off to said place.
It's the crooked finger pull. Just make the crooked finger this way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're both following you. Just Desmond, as she's walking past you with these two people, you see the same thing in their eyes that you saw in hers before. They are under the spell.
Yeah, they're under her spell. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
just a different focus. Yeah.
Yeah, and you get the feeling that if she told them to leave this place, go out in the street, and just do their business in front of the plaza, they would likely do so without question.
Oh, that's amazing.
Fun.
As long as it's a sexual indulgence, they'll listen to for sure.
Yes, effectively. And I will say that the particular spell you made had a greater effect due to the effect of something in the area, because
I know. I
you
just
did
played
not
along with
expect
what's
it
there.
to do this.
Desmond doesn't think too far ahead, and he's unlucky. This is just character for him.
Oh, I don't necessarily think this is unlucky.
I was thinking those are two character traits for Desmond.
I mean, for Viper, it's very lucky.
Enjoy
He's
yourself.
getting lucky, yeah.
Now, Viper, I'm going to say that you're going to be preoccupied for a bit.
Yeah.
However, I'm
4
going to
rounds
give you
because you're not as good as Salt is.
She has twice as much work.
I'm going to give you the reward for what just transpired already, and
Okay.
call this the result of of talk after and during the act.
2 pieces of blackmail just from that.
No, 3 pieces.
3. Oh,
Plus on
that's
one.
that's an 8 piece. Yeah, I was looking at it wrong.
That's amazing. Gonna try and get as much information out of
Get
him
as much-
and her
get
as
as much.
possible.
Get as much out of them. Just pump them for information.
Also, I'm going to go ahead and say
Yeah,
that
pump
Saul, Saul, you just witnessed this transpire in front of you. Actually, no, better. I imagine you'd be leaving to try and gather information somewhere else than here. And as you're heading out, you see Viper pass, along with Loop and his lady friend in tow.
All naked, by the way.
All 3 of
She
them
has
naked.
she has the rope with her,
Yeah.
but yeah.
They don't. They have left theirs.
Mm.
So I'm going to go ahead and say that you
Fun,
do
fun,
see
fun.
them pass.
Gas.
Now we're going to go over to the one person who's not done anything this round. No, it's not Nemo. Mac,
Yeah.
what's up? What are you doing?
So just looking at this transpiring and like, so I'm not going to the fucking locker.
You are.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of want to watch, but
There's a chair right over
Look at me
there.
in the cup chair.
No,
no. Don't get me wrong. I'm the seat.
Oh my
Head
god.
to the lockers. If it's a deal breaker, then me and Viper will put a show on for you later. Just go.
Or
It's all good.
this is going to get flagged on Twitch and monetized on YouTube and everything
God.
because
Jokes on them.
Oh.
We were never monetized.
Tyson, that's-
Okay, off to the locker. You got a locker number?
With
Do they
the yes, on the actual visitor list, you do see a locker number attached to his name.
Sweet.
Mm.
Okay, I'm gonna run off, have some fun by myself. You enjoy the show, sweet cheeks. And slaps Salt on the ass and runs off.
Everyone's getting handsy, I swear to God.
Desmond's the only one.
well, I mean, you gave that chance to Salt. So we also want in.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
That does not want in.
Mm-mm.
Mac, you
Actually-
head back.
Can I
Yeah.
add something before I leave?
Yeah, go ahead.
Did we get any information on the lady? He
Not
was with?
yet, but you imagine that
I
Viper's
am.
about to get a bunch of information about her.
Okay. Because I
Great.
might want to look into her locker as well.
We don't have her name though.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to make sure if we had her name already.
Hmm.
Yep, sure thing.
Yep.
Nothing more to add.
All right. So you make it back out to basically this area, these sort of small meeting rooms, other unused rooms. As you pass one of them, you do hear that some of these rooms are being used for activities. However, by a stroke of luck, the one that has Nathan's locker in it doesn't appear to be used. There are other lockers in here. However, you imagine that a place like this would be patrolled by the staff. So you shouldn't be making too much noise. What do you do?
So Nathan's is empty?
As in, there's no people here.
Oh, okay. Misheard.
Well, if there's no people, and
But
these rooms could be locked, right?
The rooms themselves, no, but there are lockers in these rooms.
Oh, okay. Well, since there's no people here right now, I would like to pull out my fine lockpicks and work on the locker.
All right. I'm guessing this would be a finesse approach, or what would you call it?
Yes, that is going to be finesse.
I guess Tinker could also do it since it's a lock.
I mean, it does say pick a lock on Tinker, so I'll do that.
Yeah.
Just because it makes more sense. You are correct. Risky or controlled, or where are we?
It would be risky, since there are patrols, and if you're fiddling here for too long, they could catch you in the act.
Sure. And standard?
It would be standard effect, yes.
Okey-dokey. And I'm not gonna go with the bonus dice. Should I though? Should I?
That depends. What is the quality of the tool you're using?
Fine lockpicks.
Fine does give you a bonus dice.
It's one of my special items.
Yeah, that does give you a bonus dice.
So one bonus dice. Okay. Yeah, I'll take the chance. I probably shouldn't, but let's go with it. 5.
5. Okay. So the lock itself is not exactly complex. It just takes a while, and you're in low lighting. I imagine you would have opted to, not turn on any light or anything like that. And being caught with your unique little goggles here would make things harder to explain away.
Yeah.
If you were caught. So you're able to get the lock open just fine. You do hear behind you footsteps as you manage to get it open, but you do get the lock picks away as you see one of the staff members walk by. You see the head just turn towards you, and then they turn back and just keep walking. But you now have the locker open. It does cause your crew a point of suspicion, simply because that was not a sex. However, inside the locker,
What?
you do get a point of suspicion out of it, because they noticed someone was in there. They've seen someone fiddling with that particular locker, and later when someone goes, "Who was in my locker?" they'll be able to go, "Oh, I saw someone. I think they were wearing it was like a short person." Basically, this one guy can now describe you to them. That's just giving you a point of suspicion and nothing more.
Yeah. Okay.
However, you now have the locker open. Inside this locker, you find his outfit, which is sort of a long coat. You see he has a um, the thing sat on top of his clothes and everything is his mask. The mask he wears as a wraith. It's sitting there. It's even positioned so it would be looking at anyone opening it.
Okay. Neat.
On top of that, you see his clothes and his pouches and everything. And I don't need to ask you, do you take the time to rummage through his pockets and see what else you find, or are you just grabbing the mask?
Like, my immediate gut reaction is to take the mask to be sure that that's taken care of.
Yeah. I'm just asking, is that all you're doing, or are you going through his pockets? Like, do I need to describe more to you?
Yes, he is going to quickly rifle through the pockets and whatever containers there are.
Okay.
Trying to find more blackmail material, of course.
Okay. So as you're going through his pockets, you do find a few things. You find a number of counterfeit emblems. One of them is a small golden bee. You know that this stands for the Hive, and you know that they are not okay with people making counterfeits of these. Like, someone of his rank owning one of these counterfeits and that being known, that could potentially spark a gang war between them.
Ooh.
You've
Neat.
gained a piece of blackmail material.
Should I pocket that coin too, just to bring it with the mask?
Let's see. Outside of the little needle here, you also find basically like a few keys on a little leather loop. You don't know what these keys are for, but you imagine at least one of these is for his house.
Yeah.
And the final thing you find is a big, very hefty pouch of silver. It is an entire coin's worth of silver.
Nice. This isn't the room where my locker was, right?
It's not, but it would be easy for you to grab the things here and go to your own locker.
Yeah. I am going to be greedy enough to take the pouch of silver.
Yep.
And regarding the keys, I want to ask something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't see something for it in my loadout, but would it be something that could exist in burglary gear, subterfuge supplies, or tinkering tools to make what's it called in English?
An impression.
Impression of the keys.
Yes, that would fall, in my opinion, under under either burglary gear or subterfuge gear. I'd say subterfuge supplies, actually.
Okay. Then I would like to spend one load on that and like make a bunch of marks. What's it called? Stamps.
Yeah.
Impressions.
Impressions of the various keys.
Molds is maybe the word you're looking for.
Yeah, molds. Molds, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Yeah, you basically have these small boxes with wet clay in them. So, you can open the box, take the key, press it in, close the box so the impression doesn't get affected if it's jumbled around. That is easy enough for you to get.
Amazing. So
And I
that
presume
is
you're
what
taking one of each of the keys he has.
if there's enough time before someone returns, yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he would prioritize the most intricate keys.
Understandable. All the keys here appear rather simple. They are 5-pronged keys. They are basically one of the most common key types you see.
Yeah.
So you don't imagine any of these would be for like the Wraith's secret vault or anything like that, but you might get keys for other things.
Cool.
And I presume after that you close the locker again, you place the letter inside?
Before I close it, yes.
Okay. Do you also put a cube of salt? I don't know if you were given one.
The wax seal is black and has salt crystals embedded in it.
All right.
We
And
had a
the
salt
seal is
box.
our little omen symbol.
And do you bother locking the locker after you leave it, or do you just leave it with like the lock just hanging there?
I would, you know, when you is it like a standard padlock?
It's an older style padlock, so you will need to basically repick it if you want it locked.
Yeah. No. Like what I want to do is make it almost locked, so like it's like it looks locked at first glance, but as soon as you grab it, you're gonna realize, oh, this is open.
Oh, so basically it's hanging there. It's turned like twisted in the right position, everything, but it hasn't been clicked, kinda.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
if you've ever had a padlock and just half closed it, so the first click where you can still pull it out again.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I want to do that.
All
Just
right.
so it's not immediately obvious, but he will definitely know and be stressed out immediately.
Yes. All right, and
And we
that
can stress
wraps
that
up.
enough.
With you heading to your own lockers to store your items, that wraps up this round of activities. Now, before you guys get your actions, you hear a number of bells being rung around the place. Basically, you hear the church's old bell. You are in a church right now, being rung.
Someone's bell is being rung.
And in the center room, those of you who are in or near it, so I'd say that will be Salt, that will be Macus, he's leaving. I'd say it would even be Desmond. Not Viper, though. You hear that basically a person who's wearing not a dove mask, but a sort of old horned owl mask has stood up on sort of a bit of a higher platform. So they're a bit above the crowd and goes, "Everyone, please, wrap up your affairs. Tonight's ritual will start soon. As I'm sure you've been made aware, once the ritual is underway, the doors will be closed. If any of you need to leave, now would be the time to do so. If not, please head towards the main chamber and prepare for the ritual. If you've never attended one of the rituals before, do not worry. What you need to do will be explained to you. It is all very simple." And the big double doors has been opened. What is there is a grand sort of room. It looks to be sort of like a main worship room of some kind. And it has been covered in silk and pillows and soft things to sit or lie on. You can see there's plenty of these drinks as well as wines and other things just being placed out. And you can smell the heavy scent of incense coming from the room. And I will say that Desmond as well as Viper. Viper, not so much right now, given you're preoccupied, but Desmond for sure. You get the sense that something is calling from this room.
Am I protected
Something-
from that call?
Yes, it's not like it's not you're not being controlled or anything. It's more like someone is calling your name, kind of.
Does my
That kind of
charm?
call.
Do I feel like my charm is shielding me in any way?
You don't think it's actively doing anything right now.
Okay.
It's more that whatever's here doesn't want to attempt or doesn't have enough of a hold to do anything more than reach out. But you get the
You still
sense
have
that
my charm.
you get the sense that you're being called here, you're being invited. You get the sense that this is not just something it does for everyone. This feels aimed at you. It is inviting you.
Does it feel familiar?
No. Well, it does in that the thing that brushed against your conscious when you attuned, the thing that you felt surrounded by for a moment. Now that you think of it, you've briefly felt this presence when you encountered words earlier. This thing is reaching out to you, and it wants you to approach. I will now let everyone take their actions.
Viper, you're busy.
That's why I was making that noise, basically being, you know what I'm doing.
I'm going to say that Viper's action will be the last action of this round. But everyone else is
It
free
does
to do
take a
things
while.
before that.
If he's a gentleman, then it might take a while.
So, Desmond is anything but curious, if not curious. So, he's going to make a very stupid decision and see if he can't, peek in without going in. Does it look like he could do that? Like looking at the door and what's happening at the door? Are people
Yes.
stopping in front of the door? That he could also stop in front of the door for a bit too?
Yeah. Once you're in sort of the main hall, it is up a few stairs, but it's not many stairs. It's just slightly raised. You can look into the room from the main hall just fine. If you want to get a proper look into the room, you will need to approach. But you can look into the room from there. Again, you'll see this. You'll see that there are pillows in there. There's silk everywhere. It looks comfortable, inviting. You can smell the incense, and you specifically can smell the undertone of electroplasm, as well as another familiar smell that you can't quite put a finger on.
He's worried that if he approaches too closely, he's going to get swept up in the crowd, and leaving is not going to look anything but suspicious.
I mean, there are ways of throwing one's senses without going there with the body.
Yeah, he's tried that before. He's wary of doing that again.
So far, what you're feeling from whatever's in there is that it's not hostile. It's not angry.
Yeah, because it hasn't been denied yet. Okay. I guess he'll tune and try to push through.
Right. I'm guessing this is another attempt at identifying this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll say that the position for your attune is risky. The effect, however, is greater.
Right. So he's going to spend a load on arcane implements.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
He's going to take a pinch of black salt and sprinkle it around him in a loose symbolic circle, and then a vial of quicksilver with a bit of electroplasm and smear it over his fingers, and then project his hand forward and try to take control of the situation
All right.
and anchor himself with a controlling hand.
Okay.
As he
Go
attempts.
ahead. Yeah. Go ahead and roll your attune. Do you have anything you'd like to do for bonus dice in any way?
What is the devil's bargain?
The devil's bargain. You will get an additional die, but you will suffer a level 1 harm.
Source?
This
Unknown.
thing you're reaching out to touch. It will just be a level 1 harm. It will lessen the effect of some things you do, but not all.
Take it. So risky?
Good luck.
It would still be risky, yes.
Standard?
Actually, I would say, given what you're doing, it would count as desperate. It's probably better to do it as desperate and then have harm be what happens if you fail on this.
Okay.
Now, let's do it like that. Effect would still be standard. That's more fair and more. 6, you're just fine. So you reach out into the weird between things. And almost immediately you catch this tendril.
I'll
much
imagine
like-
the coated hand would actually grasp onto something in front of him.
Yeah. And much like yarn, once you start pulling at it, the weird starts unraveling before your mind's eye. And what you see is something. It looks like a mass of writhing bodies. But they're not in pain, they're not undead, they're not corpses. These are warm, breathing bodies. But as you're looking at it, you don't see, where does that arm go? There is no shoulder there. That head that is dived down, it has hair and everything, but the neck connects to a waist. It is all weird and ever shifting. And as you sort of pull back from looking at the specifics, this mass of bodies, this unity, appears to have a face made up of random bits of body parts. And now you see what it is that's been looking at you this whole time. You are looking at a demon. A demon that stands for unity, the unity of flesh.
Yeah, not going in there. It
Just
wants
a
me
little bit.
for a very, very specific reason, and I don't want that reason. So I'm turning around and going back.
Hold up. You now know what the clock is. The clock has not advanced. Since you were very much in control when you hold it out of the weird.
Ooh.
So it is curious about you. You get the sense that it's curious about everyone here, and it wants to be part of everyone. Given what you know about it now, you don't think this demon is malicious. In so much as any demon will ultimately cause humankind's, downfall if left to its devices. But this is not a very powerful demon. And as you're looking at it, you see these limbs, while they are randomly assorted, you recognize some of them. These are limbs from some of the members here, some of the people that are attending here. And you were told that, there's a ritual here that would make everyone one. Would make you feel what others are feeling.
This is it. Joining physically through the demon's body.
In fact, you're pretty sure you see Viper's left boob right over its shoulder.
Wait,
And
is it
I'd
like
say-
metaphysically or like physically merged? Or is this metaphysical representations of the people
what
here?
you're seeing right now is a metaphysical representation of what this creature is. It's not what it physically is. Physically, this thing likely is not powerful enough to have a body.
It's amorphous. And so,
Pubes
yes,
is Max Beard.
exactly. Something like that. It is a metaphysical. Okay.
And given what you know of demons, you imagine that, sure, this thing is a unity of flesh. That is what it appears as. But this is also a unity of minds. It likely knows everything everyone here knows. And if you were to say the right words, approach it in the right way, you have no doubt that this thing would be more than willing to share knowledge.
At what price, though? Everything has a price.
I mean, you would need to merge with it for it to share the knowledge with you. But this could likely get you knowledge that would be impossible to get any other way about Nathan, or about anyone attending here. Deep personal things that only they themselves were witness to. Things you would have no way of ever finding out.
But that would involve literally joining with it.
It would involve addressing it. Currently, the creature's just reaching out. It is unaware that you have spotted it before it spotted you.
So in this
Essentially,
moment, while I have a hold of this thread of weird, if I were to tug it hard enough, could I take a glimpse, a controlled effort, instead of giving into it and asking?
I'd say not by just tugging here. If you were to tug at this bit of weird here, you would inflict the last bit of the circle of Unity's curiosity. You would have gone from its curiosity to its attention. It would now know not only what you are and that you're here, but that you see it.
Mm-hmm.
And that would likely mean it would more directly try to communicate with you.
Is there any way to do what I'm trying to do via what you're trying to suggest without it knowing? Is there a way to slip in without it noticing? Make subtle contact without making it aware? And get the information I'm looking for?
You imagine that things like that exist, but such things will require you knowing the correct rituals to do so.
They exist, but beyond my control and power.
I'm afraid so, yes. With what you have right now, you will either have to basically try and look for information in other ways, or you would have to try and converse with it. Not all demons are necessarily straight up evil. Some of them can be very reasonable.
Yes, he's worried about the influence it'll have over him.
Hey, dude, if you get me off.
So he's going to go. Well, he's already attuned, so he's already made a roll, so it probably isn't really his turn anymore.
I'll say at this point it's just you deciding whether you want to let it know that you're there so you can converse with it, or whether you're going to let go of the spell again.
He is going to try to bargain with it.
Right. In that case, that will put the last bit in Unity's curiosity. As you tug slightly at the weave, the mass of writhing bodies no longer just sort of floats around looking in directions. It now focuses on you. And you hear a mass of voices speaking in unity in various tones and moods. You're new. Who are you?
Curious visitor.
Indeed
He's trying to
you
maintain
are.
as much control as he can.
The moment he starts speaking to you, you're very happy you made that circle.
Yeah.
Are you the one we sensed? Yes, you are. You feel familiar.
He takes a dab of electroplasm and touches a tattoo that his mom gave him as a warding tattoo, a general, and he says a couple words to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I just had some questions for you, but you are not one to be trifled with. He's trying flattery at this, cautious flattery at this point.
Ask your questions, little one. We do not want to harm you, we promise. If there's one thing you know of demons, they cannot lie, not directly. If it says it doesn't want to harm you, it does not want to harm you. That doesn't mean that it can't make others harm you, but it specifically said it doesn't want to harm you. If it had simply said, I will not harm you, then it could have gone around it.
We are looking for information about a man named Nathan and his
Nathan.
associates.
We are Nathan.
Nathan, I have so many things I want to know about you.
What do you want to know of us?
Where are you weakest?
You get this sense that it's reaching out to you. You don't know what it's trying to do, but it's trying to reach you. Currently, it can't, because you rolled a 6 in the attune. You have left no openings for it. You can still choose to let it in. Given that you are in control of the situation, you can then push it out at any point you want.
Then he will do so vis-a the coded hand.
All right. So, as you let it in, you get this sudden sensation that your body starts peeling apart from. It doesn't hurt, it's just a strange otherness. If you've ever had a dissociative episode where you feel like you're falling back in your body, that's sort of how you're feeling for a moment here. And you find yourself in a harbor. You can feel coldness on you, and your knuckles, they hurt. They hurt a lot. And you rub yourself over your hands and you can see they're bloody. The skin has been scraped off.
I'm experiencing somebody else's memories.
You are exhausted. You get the sense that you've not only been running, you've been running and fighting. And you look down on the ground and you see a person. You know who this is? Your brother. your little brother. You got into the gang together, to the race, a few years back. You remember that. You were only a couple of hooligan kids, about 20 of you or so. You've grown a lot since then, and you grew with the responsibility. But your brother, who's lying bloody on the ground in front of you, he's holding everyone back. He's holding you back. And you're standing here with your bloody knuckles, looking at his face with several teeth missing. His breath is gurgling a little from the blood in his mouth as he's breathing. And right in this moment, you're thinking of all the things you could be if he weren't holding you down. So you reach down to him. You wrap your fingers around his neck and you squeeze. You keep squeezing until you no longer feel him squirm beneath you. Quietly, you grab some not cinder stones, but some brick stones from the harbor. You fill them in his pockets. You make a small little sack out of his jacket and wrap it around his feet. Fill that as well. You carry him to the edge of the harbor. Take one look at him, and you go, I will be more than you ever could be. And you drop him into the harbor. Your own little brother drowned in the waters in front of you, after you had effectively choked him to unconsciousness. Not only was he your little brother, he was one of the other race, and you know that one of the big rules is you don't touch other wraiths. You've done both. You look around. There are no witnesses here. The only one that saw you are the rats, and rats don't tell any tales. You'll tell them it was a rival gang, that you fought all you could, but you don't know what happened to your brother. You had to run. I mean, you have the battle scars to prove that you were in a fight. And they'll take your word. They trust you.
Who was he fighting?
His own little brother.
No, the other gang. What's his story again? What did he say that he was fighting? And his brother got separated from him?
The other gang, you don't recognize the name of the gang. You imagine they're a smaller street gang that didn't make it.
So even Luke doesn't recognize them? Because it's his memory.
Yeah. Luke would recognize the gang. It's just, you don't recognize who that's referencing.
Okay.
They would have gone by the red buttons. They specifically all had this thing where they had one of their buttons being dipped in red paint to signify who they were. They were originally from an orphanage that ended up selling children off to one of the larger clothes. It's basically a factory for clothes, a sweat factory, literally. And they ended up, a bunch of the kids when they grew older got into this gang, took over that place by force.
Sure. I just want to be able to reference his alibi if I needed to.
So you know that the red buttons are the ones that got blamed, and you'd know from his memories of this moment that they were a quite big gang at the time. I'd say your own memories would then mix in and say that they were. They got wiped out a bunch of years ago. They're no longer a thing. Okay. The name has been forgotten by most of the gangs. Only the ones who are directly involved with them would even know who you're talking to or about.
Yeah, this is all very private information that I just got pretty much by bargaining with the devil.
Effectively, yes. As you switch from that, though,
back to the
why don't you tell us something about Desmond? Because it's going to go digging further.
As I'm learning that, it's been playing around.
Yeah, what else do we see in the scene? What does the scene shift to? And again, you
The
are in
scene will
control.
shift.
You can push it out the moment the scene starts. So we just get a brief glimpse if that's what you want.
The scene shifts to a very young Desmond at the age of 6, a street rat running around with his friends is the scene, and along the docks having a runoff from a dock foreman who was chasing them probably for the 15th time that month. One of his friends slipped and fell and was barely holding on, and he was either get caught, and the things that dock foreman was saying was not what he was saying last time. And it was a choice between leaving or finding out if he was going to keep his word. And he didn't really know what happened to his friend, but he hadn't seen him since. And at that point, he pushes them away.
And, as you push away, you get the sense that Unity, once they feel push, does pull back from you.
That was a trick.
We just want to be one.
I understand.
Won't you come join us?
I have other
Desmond Lane.
obligations. Yeah, well, everybody knows me. I have other obligations. I have to go. Thank you for your time. And I won't tell anybody about this. All right?
The entity doesn't respond, but you get the sense that it's accepted your rejection.
And he wanders off, kind of away from the scene, just kind of dazed. But he does sever the connection as securely as he can before doing so, before stepping away from the circle.
Yeah. I'm going to give you what you got from that. It's not so much that there is no more to be gained, it's that what you got would have filled out 4 squares alone. Well, 4 segments alone. That is very effective blackmail.
We control him now.
Now it's time to collect everybody and get out.
In the meantime, we're gonna move over to Salt. I'd say given
Salty
everything,
business.
I'd say that Salt would have likely seen you start this invocation. I imagine you would have had to do so in the garden in a corner somewhere, a bit private. And
As he became aware of the pull and he became aware of the situation of the ghost field and its effects and everything like that, he would try to do so. Not in the way people are seeing me. It's not standing like in an intersection, like grabbing the empty air with a coated hand,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said, like slightly off to the side, where people won't be walking directly up going, the fuck are you doing? So Salt, you see that Desmond did something. He stood there for like a solid minute, maybe 2. And whatever he did just stopped because you saw both his arms drop for a moment and he looks physically exhausted. For the record, Desmond, your hands still hurt. You're still out of breath.
Yeah, probably was
you look at your hands,
very hard.
No, I mean like the knuckles on your hands hurt. You look there, there's nothing there, but they hurt.
Desmond.
It's phantom pain.
Desmond.
Is the coating gone? That's what I'm curious.
The coating has the effect of it has burned away, but like your hands are still dirty. But you get the sense that the coating did its thing. It has
right, but it doesn't like burned off physically from my hand. It's still on me. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So he keeps his hand clenched, so he doesn't want to get his robe messy.
Yeah.
That's a giveaway.
Anyway, I believe
Salt was saying something. Yeah.
Desmond, are we good?
I have everything else. We need to get out of here. We're being allowed to leave, I think.
All right. I'll go get Viper. I'll meet you by the front door. Go find Mac.
He's at the lockers, right? I'll meet him at the front. I'll find him. And so it goes.
Salt will begin to, because Salt would have clocked which doors she went in.
Yeah.
He's going to begin walking, and as he gets to the door, he's going to take off his cloak, and he's going to walk in.
Okay, so you would have basically tried to follow her through that door at the end of the confessionals into the private room area.
Amazing.
Yeah, I would have followed her back, so I know where she was. I wouldn't have gone in the door or anything, but I would have clocked where
You would have clocked where my location is.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, fan art. Artist. Come on.
That's not my kind of drawings, okay?
Well, that's why you're poor.
No, I'm
So,
talking to the viewers.
So you do see that a bunch of people here are leaving these rooms. So you're having to you didn't see which room they entered. You're having to walk around and listen until you hear there's a room here that still has activity in it. So you likely need to roll something to find Viper's room specifically.
I think it'd be a survey again.
I agree. Unless you want to try a different approach. Again, there are other people here.
Nope, I like this approach. And then I will. What's a devil's bargain?
Let's see here. The Devil's Bargain would be making this desperate rather than risky. Effectively, the moment you hear a voice that sounds like hers, instead of waiting at the door and confirming, you're going to open the door immediately. So, if you get it wrong, you're interrupting someone else, which would increase the suspicion on your party.
Right.
And, it could have other consequences, depending on how you handle the situation that follows.
You might have to join them.
Said standard?
Standard, yes. And it will give you a bonus dice, of course. Never mind.
Wow.
Hey.
That is twin sixes. That's a crit effect. All right, so
On
Takes in
this
everything.
of all
He might as well.
things.
He took a picture with his mind.
You open the door just as everyone climaxes.
No, because I opened the door.
That's
Everybody.
right.
so you're listening and you hear that moan. Yes, that voice. You walk straight to the door, open the door, and as you open it, you see that not only is Viper in the room, Viper is not currently doing anything other than having set it to his motion. Basically, she's getting ready to get in with them. Is the moment you step in.
Oh man! Seriously?
I will grab Viper and pull her close to me. Love it. Said I would have my turn before the ceremony. Can we go? And Viper, something you will have noticed, because this is the first time you've seen Salt
All
without...
naked?
Yeah. All over his chest, legs, shoulders, and back of his legs and buttocks. Tons of scars. I would say because of certain proclivities you have, you will notice that they are whip scars. He's got hundreds of small whip scars all across him.
Well, you would see it when basically all of you would have seen this. Is that Viper has literally got a tattoo of a viper running from the bottom of her back all the way to her neck.
Oh, I thought it was going to go a different direction.
Nope.
But yeah, Viper, you've not gotten engrossed in the activities yet. So basically, he's not having to rip you out of it, is what the crit does.
I think she's asking, can she be caught between sessions? She's having a breather at the moment.
Yeah, sure.
Somebody hit her donation for hydrate.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't need
She's
to rip anything out of her.
Yeah, exactly. You're not having to pull her off anybody. I'm hearing a lot of "aww." It's like that sounds like she was very enthusiastic, and there was an entire turn where she was.
Yeah, because the whole thing was
that's
that I kind of wanted to combine this with work and indulging in my vice.
She's trying to gain the system to lose stress, guys. Come on, let her out.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Oh,
Look, I'm just
Oh.
trying to make sure you don't get lockjaw. All right. Okay.
I'll say that the effect of the crit, since I can't really give you much given what you were looking for, you can either relieve a point of stress for yourself or you can relieve a point of stress for Viper.
Well, I think Viper's already relieved a point of her stress. But
That
yeah,
depends if the game master's gonna let me actually indulge Vice with this.
No.
I will say I help her relieve a point of stress.
All right.
Yay.
We won't ask
However,
how.
I was about to say, however that point is relieved, I will leave up to you.
I mean,
Please
just looking at
send
his
those
bod.
Sure. You look at the bod, sploosh.
Yeah, she's like, God dang it! I was so horny that night.
Like
I
basically,
had magical lips.
as you're being sort of pulled away, your first instinct is "oh," followed by "oh."
Yeah, kind of.
Also, I just saw that Jackal redeemed a posture check. I'm doing that now. It's a bit delayed. But yeah, basically, you're able to catch her in between, so you don't have to get her out of the experience to talk to her. I'll leave it up to Viper whether she comes with you or whatever she does. But Viper, you did hear what Salt wanted. You did hear what he said. I'll leave it up to you how you respond. And you've already gotten a good amount of gossip from these two.
Well,
You've gotten
seems
everything
you're
they
gonna
could
owe me
give
some
you.
pleasure.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Seems you're gonna owe me some pleasure.
She
So
has to get
just
the magic
trail a finger over his chest before walking out of the room.
And you hear the voice of Loop. What about us?
Oh, this won't be the last time we talk.
They don't seem to respond to you, Salt. They're still both looking at Viper.
Well, I've had my turn. Now it's hers.
As you say. And you get the sense that, that is all he needed to hear. And again,
Like a
as you
machine.
speak, you still feel this warmth on your lips. It started to fade a little, but it's still there.
Mm-hmm.
As the
I
woman
try and kiss
puts on
Salt.
a strap on.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'm thinking about it, but I'm not doing it.
All right. So you're able to leave with Salt with no issue.
Mhm.
Right? You guys are out in the hall.
Quite
I
sober.
presume Viper would have grabbed her robe on the way out.
Yes,
Right.
she would be putting that back on.
All right.
Salt will help her and put his back on. And he'll put his arm around her and pretend to be whispering nothings in her ear as they laugh and giggle on their way out to blend in.
Yeah. I'll count that. I presume you're both leaving, right?
Yes.
Heading for the exit.
Yeah.
In that case, we're going to move on to the last person, Lil Mac. I'll say that Lil Mac, you do encounter Desmond after you've stored things away in your locker, and you heard the bells and you heard some people talk about the ritual will start shortly. So you're very happy to see Desmond almost right away.
Yeah,
It's
about time.
Yeah. It's time to leave. Salt is getting Viper, and I think we should just make our way out and before anybody notices.
I found some great stuff.
Me too. He looks a little worried when he says that, if you can see his eyes through the mask.
Desmond, for you specifically.
Hmm.
Since you've attuned quite a bit, I'll give this to you right away. You get the sense that Mac is carrying something with a pull on it, something that is connected to the weird.
something to go over and then debrief for sure.
Yes. All right. So I presume that both of you are leaving as well?
Yeah, we'll leave the
Very much
professionals to
like
find
to.
their own.
Leaving this place is basically as easy as it was to enter. The people here, they'll know the masks they gave you. They'll make sure that you've gotten your things from the locker, and you're free to leave at this point. They've not locked the entrances or anything yet, and that's you're basically being told, we hope you had a wonderful evening, and we do hope to see you again sometime. Maybe next time you'd even partake in the rituals we conduct. Either way, and you're basically being handed like a flyer if you're interested in joining up, kinda. What you essentially signed up for with your false documents were that you were people coming here for a trial night, to see what it's about.
Desmond will take one. And if Little Mac doesn't, Desmond will take Little Mac's copy.
Yeah.
I'll take it for him. Don't worry. If Mac doesn't.
Thank you kindly.
And the same will, of course, be presented to both Salt and Viper.
I'll wait behind him. No, I do believe this one is more than enough for me.
Please, sir, we insist. They're a bit pushy with you taking the flyer.
I'll take it.
Right. And as you come out in your regular clothes, out into the cold night air, it started to drizzle a little outside. Everything's a little bit clamp, and as you're out here, as the coldness of the air hits you, for most of you, this is effectively a cold shower. You sort of get this more clean, cleansed headspace, and you'll realize that you're exhausted. You're a little out of breath. Viper, you're starting to feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
You were feeling great in there, you were just having the time of your night.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're not feeling so well anymore. As a matter of fact, you feel like something's on its way up.
Can I tell that she's about to get sick?
I mean, I'm going to remove your arm from around me and move to not have my face in your direction.
As she begins to throw up, I'm just going to pull her hair into a ponytail and hold it back behind her. And pat on her back.
Sounds good.
You throw up some sort of inky liquid. It's completely black and inky. It looks weird.
Desmond?
That's expected, and it's a good thing it's coming out. So let's just keep patting her on the back. We'll have to get her some water later, maybe some wine to calm her stomach.
Just leave it here.
Hey, the rain will wash it away. It's effectively used up.
You could technically use it for lamb oil if you really wanted. I don't think I need to tell you, but it tastes awful as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Desmond's wiping all the gunk off of his hand and trying to take the rain and the water and try to help cleanse his hand of that gunk. It always takes soap to get this off. You're going to want to wash your lips when you get home, love. Sorry about that. Normally I ask before I cast a spell on people.
Do I know where Viper lives?
I'd say even if you don't know, you do have quarters in your hideout, I believe.
Yep.
And
Yes.
given everything, it likely wouldn't be a bad idea to spend the night in the same location.
Viper, do you want to go home or do you want to go back to our place of business?
The second option sounds good.
All right. Let's get you there. We'll get you a seltzer. Get you calmed down. Let's go get you cleaned up. And Viper and Assault will again kind of like wrap her. He'll grab. He'll not grab, but like he'll direct Viper's arm around his waist so he can hold her tight to help her balance as they walk home.
And
Aw.
with the image of you four walking through the rain, away from this place of decadence back to your little hovel in the back of an old bar, we're going to wrap up tonight's heist. And we're going to move into the resolution phase. And once that's done, we'll be calling it for the night. So, we're going to go through resolution and payout right now. First of all, you have a lot of blackmail. You've already given him the idea that you know of him. Do you want to press the screws further? Like, are you going to use the entire force of the blackmail you have against him?
I'd say no. We want to use enough to get the fence free, and then hold everything else back in reserve in case we need it at some other time.
Yeah, or if he doesn't back off, then we can say, like, hey, we do have more. Be careful.
I'm just pointing
Well,
out,
sure.
the reason I'm asking is, to get the full psychological impact of it, you would need to do it all at once. Because if you do it slowly over time, he will get agitated, and it might end up having the opposite effect of, pushing him away. It might make him want to strike at you.
I
If you
think we
want
need
it to
to have
be
a
effective,
heavy.
You're looking at shock and awe.
Okay.
Do
So
we
all
want
of
to
it
go
is
heavy-handed
crushing.
then? So I suppose through an intermediary, we will let him know that we're aware of his brother's fate, his name, and we have copies of all of his keys.
You'd also, what Vi pick up that she got the name of the woman he was with. She's a married woman. She's specifically married to someone else in the Wraiths.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
More
make
wraith
sure-
on wraith business.
Yeah, so we'll make sure with that we also know the identity of the woman whose company he was enjoying, who she is, and more importantly, who she's married to.
Now,
Mhm.
And the counterfeit coins.
It
Yeah,
was not a coin, it
all
was
of it.
like a brooch.
yeah, it's a bee brooch.
Sorry.
Yeah. Also, if push comes to shove and we need that nuclear option for him, I think I could find his brother's ghost.
You
Ooh.
definitely could, because that brother died a violent death. You saw the exact place where it happened.
No
and
one
you
else
know
is
where
in
the body
room
was
where
dumped.
It happened.
If you go to the
Hmm.
water side, you can easily grab that ghost.
Who are you gonna call?
Yeah, we threaten to release all of that if he does not do as we ask.
I don't know about the ghost thing. I was thinking we want to hold something back. I mean, we got plenty with that 5. That extra thing I just said seems like we're just tacked on one more thing. So I'm just saying, if we want to hold something back, we want that extra. There's the extra I've given you.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll throw everything, but we'll bring your
The
brother
ghost.
ghost back.
Yeah.
And tell him where you live, and give him the key
So-
that he doesn't need to get into your house.
So I imagine the way you do it is, you conduct the letter, you do one of those things where you just look for a street boy and go, "Hey boy, I need you to deliver this letter."
Pretty much.
Take this here. Don't break the seal. Here's some money.
Yeah,
Run away as soon
essentially.
as you do.
Yep.
Deliver the letter, run.
Yeah.
Just go spend your money, don't think any more about it.
Don't let them see your face. Just run.
Make sure it's a street boy not from our territory.
Of course, of course.
Make sure we don't recognize him. All right, it's just awkward at that point.
So you send that off, and then you wait. And about a day passes before a carriage arrives at the street of the last light. The door is opened, and an old man steps out. He's walking with a cane. He looks confused around him. And I'd say that Salt, you catch this. You're sitting in the bar room right now when you see this old man exit. And you see that he looks confused. He looks back towards the carriage, and the carriage door is just shut, and it doesn't just ride off. It rides off like it's on fire.
I'll step out. Excuse me,
Yes, young man.
Mr. Howard. Yes?
Yes.
Come sit down, have a
Yes.
drink. We have business to talk about.
Of course. I'm sorry, I'm a bit disoriented here. You have me at a disadvantage.
Ah, well, that's kind of how I plan it.
I
Arthur
see.
Hale's the name. Come have a seat.
Thank you so much.
And go ahead.
Howard walks with you in, and you get the sense, relatively fast, you get the sense that the old confused man is nothing. It's an act.
Hmm.
It's how he gets around the city, because once you start asking about his business, he's sharp.
Yeah, I just make it clear that we're not here to require his services be dedicated specifically to us, just that we get the best deal, the best pricing, and a small cut of his other proceeds, just to compensate us for the effort to secure his financial freedom.
Yeah. The only terms he sets is that he's happy to do business with you. He's happy to sell on whatever wares you have, but he does not want to be controlled again. He doesn't want guards by his door. He doesn't want you to have people following him around.
Yep.
If you're willing to just let him have his life, he'll work with you.
Fully
Emphasize
agree.
people.
Fully
will not follow
agree. I will advise that I will have people keeping an eye out for him, but not an eye on him. So if somebody else starts trying to cause him problems, word can get back to me quickly.
He is more than fine with that. And I believe Desmond said something?
Does it emphasize people in that contract? People won't be keeping an eye on him? Like other things
Yes.
might be. There could be.
He specifically said people.
Mm-hmm. I was
And
trying to find a
at this-
loophole there for you.
And at this point, your gang has indeed gained the loyal fence you were hunting for. Old Man Harold is more than happy to do business with you now. You've done him a great service. He'll make sure that favor is repaid. Now let's go over the rest of the resolution. And there's a few things to go over. First of all, we're removing all the clocks, because these have all been resolved.
Yay!
There we go. I'll also give you a few other things. On top of that, only a few days after the heist, you get word that Loop vanished. He basically sank into the ground. The Wraiths have no clue what happened to him. They've been asking around, like, where the fuck has Loop gone? They're looking for him. He has gone. You imagine that the level of blackmail you put on him, he has left the city. Where he's gone, you don't know. You don't imagine he'll be back. And if he is back, you have plenty of things to ruin him.
Excellent.
Let me... basically, since you went for as much of it as possible, you will have gotten the best effect. That he didn't even talk to the gang. They have no clue who just struck them. They just know that for some reason, somewhere, someone made Loop leave, or Loop just decided to cut ties. They have no clue what's been going on.
Someone disappeared him, and in that place stands O.M.E.N. Because they would know what assets he controlled.
They would.
Pillars of Soul.
They will eventually be able to piece together that you were involved somehow. They don't know the full extent. They don't know if it was you directly, or if it was someone working for you, or if you were just happened to be there to pick up the pieces for Harold after Loop completely screwed the pooch. And
what is it?
after a few weeks, you get the word out that they're still looking for Loop, but they're no longer looking to ask him questions. If he's found, he is person non grata.
Ooh. So what's that do for
You
our
get-
rep?
I'll leave that be up to you whether you want to, come forward and say, yeah, we messed up Loop.
Salt,
If you
sweet.
want, if you don't want that, you don't have to. I'll say that, given that you did leave letters and everything, there will be whispers going around, so you will gain reputation. It's just they don't have enough of a confirmed thing to this for this to affect your status, neither positively nor negatively.
I could see us taking what's it called?
Credit.
Taking credit for it once word starts getting around. Just
Yeah.
saying, yeah.
Maybe
Yep.
just I'll drop a letter to the Wraith saying, hey, both we and you are better off that we took care of him.
So you do
Nothing
let them know.
personnel.
So
Yeah,
effectively, you do let them know that
yeah,
we're
it was us,
responsible.
and yeah, you haven't lost anything of value.
All right.
Should
We
we
are-
hand them with that letter the mask and the fake brooch?
I'm going to point out a thing about that mask. Desmond, since you're attuned, you know that this mask does have an actual effect.
Yeah, what is it? They would
Um,
take the time during debrief to find out.
Specifically this mask here. If you manage to befriend a bird, any form of corvid, you can get the echoes of whatever it's seen within the last hour.
Oh,
It might not always be useful, but it could come up.
How does one use it?
Simply you wear it and you befriend the corvid in some way by offering it food or anything of the ilk.
And it
Then
has to
while
be
wearing-
on display. I can't like a mask under a mask type thing.
No, it has to be, the bird has to be able to see the mask, and you then have to look into the eyes of the bird. And in the reflection of its eyes, in that tiny window, you'll see the reflection of whatever's transpired.
Is that
However, once
Good.
the mask has done this, it will take a ritual to effectively recharge it. And I'll say that if you were to keep the mask and research it, which will be a 4-section clock, you can basically reverse engineer the ritual needed for it. You get the idea already that it has to do with corvids.
Mhm.
So that already gives you a lot of ideas of what direction that type of ritual would have to go.
Okay. So this is
Flapping your arms a lot.
caw, tuki tuki.
Yeah, exactly.
The mask, I guess, is just like in general inventory for the crew.
Yes. Yes.
We'll deal with that next time. Let's go on to the next wrap up.
So we'll just quickly, it's just since you mentioned whether to return it to them, I'll let that be up to you now, knowing what that mask can do. Let's see, where do we have the race? There they are, the race. -1 status with the race. Top of
But
that.
why though?
Because we took credit for the rep.
but do we get +1 for handing off the fake brooch, showing that he was making bad stuff?
We'll get to that in a moment.
Or
You also
the
get
screwing that one guy's wife.
You also get
Mm.
-1 standing with the Cappies, since they are allies of the Wraiths. However, other things are happening. Where do we have those? I believe they are here.
Church of Ecstasy, -5.
Institutions.
Oh no, it's the blue coats.
They like us.
You've essentially chased away a dangerous criminal from the city. Sure, they cannot officially, like you, but doing things like that, can
Upper
give
left.
you a pull.
Upper left column.
And the Hive is also happy because they do not like the Wraiths. You chased away someone important for the race. They are happy to see that. We will get into what you do with the brooch in a moment. Let's see. Where do we have them? There. That will just be them. None of their allies would know about this. Where do we have them? Are they even on here? Oh, there they are. Church of Ecstasy.
Mhm.
They are not happy that someone did operations in one of their churches like that. But that's it.
Hey,
It's
we
not.
gave them business.
It's yeah, but you've also hurt their reputation.
We made some business.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not to the point where it affects any of their allies or enemies. It's just them that's a bit pissy at you. And
Aw.
that's how your statuses have been affected so far. Now tell me, what do you do with this brooch? This brooch from the Hive.
It's not a real one, is it?
It's a fake one, and the Hive is very, very much don't want fakes to exist. But it's
So
a good fake.
Here's the question, right?
Hmm?
Do we send it to the Wraiths with saying, hey, when we took Luke down, he had this on him. No one knows about this but us. You're welcome. To see if that puts us back at a even kilter? Or do we send it to the Hive and say, hey, that Luke guy that we recently chased out of town, he had this on him.
Yeah.
Which will make them like us even more and make them hate the Wraiths even more. But that'll probably piss off the Wraiths for doing it.
How
So-
daring
Push
are
them
we?
towards starting being our allies.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Do we want to keep the mask? Because depending on that, I would say give the brooch to the Hive and the mask to the Wraiths.
I'll tell you what each of those choices do. If you give the brooch to the Hive will of course like you more. The Wraiths will like you less because they will find out that you handed something to them and that somehow that made them angry. On the other hand, if you hand the brooch to the Wraiths, it will appease them and the Hive will hear none of it.
What about giving the mask back to the Wraiths?
That will also appease them.
So what if we give the brooch to the Hive and the Wraith the mask?
That's what I said.
That will ultimately result in you just getting a +1 with the Hive and the Wraiths still being at where they are now.
I'm good with that option.
I am too.
I mean, if you
Yeah.
don't want to keep the mask for something.
It's neat, but he's not tied to needing to keep it at this point in time. And as a player, I'm fine with it. Not
I mean, the
keeping it.
raids are only tier 2. We can take
Mhm.
them.
Getting the Hive
In a
on our
fight, right?
on the good side, like being on that good of a side with the Hive is tremendous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And I really don't care about the Wraiths.
No, they're tier 2 and weak. Let's just say we take their territory.
We are daring. We don't mind making enemies.
Yeah.
Right?
Or daring to make powerful friends with big gestures
So just so
Indeed.
we're
at the
clear,
expense of other people.
officially, token to the hive, mask. Are we going to send back to the wraiths?
Mhm.
All right.
So that will then result in the Wraith's status going up by 1
But-
because you did give them the mask. It'll then go down again once they hear that you interacted with the hive as well. So ultimately, they're still not big fans of you.
Why are we giving the mask?
I don't need it.
What are we going
And
to
if
use it
it's
for?
and if it's political
Keep
gain,
the wraiths in -1 instead of -2.
no, he's asking in game. He's asking his Mac.
Would Mac use it?
Not necessarily, but like they could be useful. And
Nah, mate.
also, do we care about not pissing them off?
I think the not having them as enemies is more valuable than the mask.
I mean, sometimes you gotta break some people's eggs.
Yeah, that's next time when we steal their eggs and sell it to our new fence.
Okay, sure, but that's what we do, I guess.
Right?
I'm gonna keep the bag of silver then.
It's fine.
Okay, we are gonna go over experience because the heist is now over. We'll do the crew first. First of all, did you execute a successful burglary, espionage, robbery, or sabotage?
Yes.
Yes.
That's a point of
We,
experience for the crew.
we didn't just steal information. Me and Viper also stole some hearts.
Yep.
Who is who is updating the crew sheet?
Nope.
Next, it sounds like you're doing it.
Send can.
The next question, did you contend with challengers above your current station?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one?
Absolutely.
Yep.
I
And
believe
finally,
so.
did you express the goals, drives, inner conflicts, or essential nature of the crew?
Yep.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, that is experience for the crew. We also need to look at reputation and potential.
Did somebody
heat.
mark down all the XP for the crew?
Yeah.
Yes.
Making sure it was done.
Give
I
me
saw
a
it
moment
happen.
while I find resolution. Where in the world did I put it? We'll do it like that. Okay. Where in the world is it? There it is.
Where in the world is Carmen
Okay.
San Diego?
So, in this particular heist, since you were going for an advancement, you wouldn't have gotten much coin. However, it also means that your basically the ward boss you have has nothing he can climb, so there's nothing for him to climb. Let us see here. You would gain 2 reputation since it's known you did it. This would have been against a tier 2 enemy. You are currently tier 0, so that is 2 more rep than normal. That is a total
4?
of 4 reputation.
Nice.
Okay.
Let us see here. Let us take a look at heat. I would argue that you gained 2 heat for a contained standard exposure. It didn't go off completely quietly, but it did go off relatively quiet.
It went smooth enough.
However, I will also say you gain 1 additional heat because it happened to a high-profile and well-connected target. Specifically, the Church of Ecstasy. A hostile turf I'll not count. Because you were not there as enemies. You were there. You were infiltrating. You were not at war with anyone involved, and no killing was involved.
Build their reputation.
Let's see here. There's no incarceration involved. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, there will be no entanglement after this one. So we will not be rolling for entanglements. Given that it would be in the Church of Ecstasy's interest to not get guards too involved in this. Now we need to go over each of your personal experiences. Desmond, we'll start with you. I presume you already marked experience every time you did a desperate action?
Only did one.
All right. Did you address a challenge with knowledge or arcane power?
Yep.
Would you say you did it more than once?
Yep.
Mark 2 points of experience any way you like. Next up, did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yep.
Did you do it more than once?
Yep.
All right, go ahead and mark 2 points of experience. Finally, did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
No.
No. All right, that is your experience gained. Go ahead and mark it off. If any of them are filled out, you know the deal. Empty them out and gain a point in whatever you like. Moving on. Lil Mac. Did you address a challenge with stealth or evasion?
Yes, I believe so.
Did you do it more than once?
At least once with the locker.
I mean, yeah, I assisted with the sleight of hand thing and the locker, but I don't know if both of those count towards that.
I'll let it be up to you.
Can I have my Potline Crimes
Yes.
feedback? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and
Sure.
mark 2 points of experience. Next up, did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Not in particular.
Right? And finally, did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session?
Not directly.
Okay. Moving on to Salt. Salt, did you address a challenge with calculation or conspiracy?
Yes.
Did you do it more than once?
Yes.
Go ahead and mark 2 points of experience. Next up, did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yes.
Did you do it more than once?
Yes.
Go ahead and mark 2 points of experience. And finally, did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
No.
Right. That is your experience.
Showing me your scars wasn't a trauma?
No.
No.
Unity
Viper!
seeing Desmond's past.
I didn't see Desmond's past.
No, the demon saw my past. Nobody else did.
Yeah, but
That is
Salt is
still-
a
Yeah, but-
demon.
That is still
Ooh,
expressing your
in the
past. That would still be expressing your past.
Oh, I know.
Because
I
that-
know.
Um,
No.
Viper,
Yes.
did you address a challenge with deception or influence?
Yes.
Did you do it more than once?
Yes.
Go ahead and mark 2 points of experience. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Not specifically, no.
Right. Finally, did you struggle with issues from your
Yes.
vice or traumas? Did you do it more than once?
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead and mark some experience for that. And finally, does the group as a whole believe that any one person deserves a point of bonus experience?
Viper
I
or
person-
Desmond?
Yeah, I was gonna vote Desmond.
Yeah, I'm split between Viper and Desmond.
Desmond, what do you say?
Desmond.
Make the person on Twitch decide.
Who do the viewers vote for?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Make
Call
the
in
viewers
now.
vote.
We're going to take the Disney method and say we don't care what the viewers and fans think and
Oh.
do it our way anyways.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What?
I was going to say something else, but
Let's say once we reach the point where we have
He
like
missed the
10
first
viewers,
part.
I'll take a vote from the viewers. So, Desmond, do you think anyone?
So
here
what did
deserves
Desmond do? Nerevar, what Desmond did is attempting to keep Viper protected from the effects of this, but seeing that she was going for loop to have fun, I decided to use her as a base for a spell for him to seduce, for her to seduce him. So I cast a spell on her lips for her to get information out of loop. And then I contended with the demon to extract information out of the demon.
As you do.
And Viper did what Viper did.
Viper did what Viper did.
She can explain it herself.
So,
Viper did the hanky-panky to get information. There you go.
Mm.
Oh, Nera versus Desmond.
If you all are fine with that, then I'd say yeah. Desmond, you can have the bonus experience.
that was certainly the most tense moment in today's session.
And finally, we will be wrapping up for the day with everyone having gotten their experience. We will not be going over downtime right now. So next week we will, to my understanding, not be doing Blades in the Dark. We should be returning to Centauri's game,
Mhm.
which would be Dungeons & Dragons in the Forgotten Realms.
Forgotten Realms.
Yay.
Fortune and Glory.
Indeed. So if any of you have been missing that, we'll be returning to that shortly. I, for one, am looking forward to hitting people with a big sharp stick.
You
I
have
like
one.
chickens.
You do
Meow.
like chickens. You're a
Meow. Meow.
cat. Yes.
You want to
Yeah,
help die?
For anybody that's following, if you haven't watched any of our D&D campaigns, either Fortune and Glory or the City of Gilgamesh, they are on our YouTube channel. The VODs for this are also on our YouTube channel.
Let me just actually, can you pass? Actually, no, you don't need to pass it to me. Can you go ahead and post the YouTube link in the Twitch chat?
Yeah, I probably can.
Probably, possibly, maybe.
Twitch feed.
The other Jackal is saying, "I miss Abraham."
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, we'll get back to Abraham soon.
And he misses you very
Why
much.
is it coming
Aw.
up as stars? Oh, because it's a YouTube link. That's right. Twitch is not happy about that for some reason.
I think links have to be
Did
posted
mine
by
work?
have to be posted by the owner
can-
of the channel.
Can you hand me the link? I'll just post in the channel then. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Let
Oh,
us
there's a
post the link.
Raphael, hello.
There we go. That's the link for the YouTube channel. And with all that being said, we are wrapping up for the evening. I hope all my players had fun. I hope the viewers were entertained.
Shit nuts.
And I hope to see you all
Yeah.
another time.
Bye.
Shit
Bye
nuts.
bye.